What's up, everybody? Welcome to your Kind of Funny pre-show. I'm Joey.
Good morning, everybody.
It's Andy. It's 2:30 in the afternoon.
Good morning.
Evening.
I guess it's closer.
And good night.
You're in tune for a banger, what I assume, of a Kind of Funny podcast today.
Yeah, Joey.
You've got me, you've got Andy, and soon you'll get Cool Greg.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one.
We have a lot of questions, even some that I may pose.
Oh, did you write them with an alias?
Yes.
Like, what's your go-to alias? Do you say your name when you're do you go to Starbucks, I guess is the starting point.
No.
If you ever have to give your name anywhere, do you just give Andy, or do you like spice
I'll
it
do
up sometimes
Andy.
and do something fun?
No,
I
I'll
don't
always
like
do
fucking
Andy.
around with that.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
just
what's
give
the
me
point? Yeah.
Just give me whatever I'm ordering.
In and out,
yeah,
Kevin.
There it is.
In and out.
I
Right?
don't need a laugh.
I just got tagged recently in a post saying like every Texan ever, and it's like Whataburger's better than In-N-Out, and it's like also Texans. And apparently there was a big opening of an In-N-Out today in some city in Texas, and the lines are like through the fucking roof. But it's like, okay, like it's what?
Kev, can we see the chat?
A new restaurant's opening. Of course, it's gonna be
Sure.
like a new restaurant from a place that isn't normally from Texas.
It would
Why are
look-
we surprised that there are long lines?
Even if it was something like a new Chick-fil-A, there would still be lines,
If
even
it
though
was
there's a
like-
billion of
If
them.
it was a Chinese restaurant or something, it's like, just people are interested in the new thing. You
Yeah.
know?
You
And
think?
so I got tagged in that. They're like, here's this for you. This is for all the haters or something like that. And I was like, well, everybody is curious about eating the worst fries ever. You know, everybody wants to try. You know what I'm saying?
They want to
Not-
see it
not
for
big
themselves.
Yeah.
You know,
Taste it for themselves.
taste it for themselves.
What's up, Cool Greg?
Hey, what's happening, y'all?
You had a lot of stuff you've been editing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have both been editing a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of late nights. Did you meet the house cleaner's dog
I did. Yeah. Well, we'd met her.
when she was like a puppy
long,
and she was
yeah,
real cute?
little tiny. Yeah.
Now she just barks a
This
lot.
well, this time she doesn't bark. She is it a girl or a boy?
I have no idea.
Either way, I think it's a boy. But it was very threatened by me.
Threatened by you.
We got internet issues, Kev?
No, it's just that mic got disconnected.
That was me. I just couldn't. It was tied to.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah, the dog walked in and she was like, "Oh, is it fine if I'm here?" I was like, "Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm just fucking editing shit." And so she walked in with a little puppy, and the puppy like kind of growled at me for a bit.
Oh no.
But then it
That's
would walk
rude.
around and just kind of be curious, and it would take a glance at me, and I would look at it, and it would be like, and I get pissed off. I'm like, all right, don't look at it. I'm just trying to pet you. I'm just trying to give you some belly rubs.
He's so fluffy.
Yeah, it's a very, very cute pup. Well, Chick-fil-A gives its first 100 customers chicken for a year, so the line is always long. Whoa, I didn't know that, DJ Kento. That's crazy. Also, shout out to, I guess Chick-fil-A is no longer going to support anti-LGBTQ.
They named two. I want to dig into it more because they've
Yeah.
only named two specific things, but I want to know if there's other ones.
I hope that continues a trend.
that would be cool because their chicken sandwiches are really good.
DJ Kendo says, I saved a puppy from getting hit by a car right before the last podcast. My neighbor's got a husky puppy and do not... Oh, man.
Give it to me.
Yeah,
I
steal
want
it.
it. Casual dog theft.
And then Annie got no more work done. Oh, when the puppy was here? Nah, man, I
you were
had-
here so late
Yeah,
or early, depending on how you look at it.
yeah. It was like 4 a.m.
Jesus,
Saturday
really?
and then 5 a.m. Saturday.
You're
Or
crazy, and this is where you're
Sunday
working on
morning.
a thing?
Yeah.
Are we talking about that at
Nah.
all? Okay.
You'll
So
see
honestly, I'm just not
eventually.
proud of it. And we don't even know when we're going to
You're
release
not
it.
proud of it?
This is all just
Oh,
a
I see.
facade.
Yeah.
Hopefully the
You
audience
got me.
is.
You got me. I was like, really? It looks good.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But it was a process, and again, I think it was the hardest thing I've ever worked on because there were so many moving parts. And as somebody who has been in a band before and really worked on like production and adding guitars and trying to get the sound right, it was a lot of work.
That seems like a lot.
I live in a neighborhood where nobody has yards. Getting a big doll here, yeah.
I mean, it's like all of San Francisco.
I've
too.
always told Nick that I've wanted a golden retriever, and he's been like, dude, don't get a big dog. Like, it sucks for a big dog to live here in a town where they can't really go unless you're going to the park every damn day. They're not gonna have anywhere to run and shit.
Is there
Makes
anything?
sense.
Plenty of parks though.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of
the
parks,
dog
yeah,
parks
but,
are cool.
But in terms of
They
like
make
me as a
dog
person
friends.
who,
Sure.
You need like a house dog.
yeah,
So then you make all your other roommates do things too.
I need a baby Yoda
Okay.
Oh my god.
Also-
we all do, dude.
with force powers to bring me snacks.
I want a little black cat named Tornado.
Tornado? Do you have to find it first? Like,
Well, I mean,
if
that's
you
how
if you
find
see
its
three
way.
black cats and like neither of them are named Tornado, it's
But
like,
then if I
fuck.
see 3, I can't just take one. If I see just one, I'll take it. But I don't want to like separate it because I want a raccoon too. But I don't want to separate it from its mom, and I don't know how
Yeah.
else I'm gonna do that.
So here's the thing with raccoons. A lot of times raccoons get hit by cars, so there could be like abandoned baby raccoons.
Yeah, see, I need to find me
That
one of
you
those
can
little
rescue.
bandos.
Dude, cool, Greg. I'd be so stoked if you had a raccoon.
Yeah, dude. I'm
I would be so stoked.
Gia doesn't like raccoons, so I don't know if
But
I'll
I
be able
think
to
you
get
could,
that
like-
one past her.
I feel like you could get her to like them.
Yeah.
If
Like, if you
anyone
had a little
could get
Band-Aid
Gia
or
to like
something?
one, I feel like it's you.
What would you name it?
a raccoon?
The raccoon, man, I don't know.
I know what I would name mine immediately. My mind immediately goes to Shadow.
Oh
I
shit.
don't know why. I just think it's a cool name for a raccoon.
Because he's like,
Yeah, a little
Sneaking around in the
devious.
night?
Yeah.
oh, that's real good.
Joey, I saw that you put something in assets. No.
Did
that was-
I?
Never mind. That was general. Never mind. That doesn't seem like it was for me. Never mind.
Mr. Yasman asks, Andy, do you always hang out in Paladin and Amber's Twitch chat? Whenever I have free time during my workday, I'll try to just hop in a bunch of different Twitch chats. But yeah, Paladin Amber, I think she's super creative and funny.
She's super funny.
Have we seen
And-
the content anywhere?
yeah.
She-
Internet Explorers.
You had to have, yeah.
Is that
It's
the-
a lot of her when she looks at the different cameras
Oh,
and she
yeah,
has like the
dude.
breaking news thing. She's really, really funny. And then so I followed her on Twitter, and then she followed me back, and I was like, whoa, an actual like Twitch. This is like, to me, she's on like the upper echelon of like Twitch streamers in terms of name.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just like
Following.
a really big deal for me. I was like, fuck, she followed me back. That's crazy. And she's like really popular and shit.
All right,
So it
the
made me
food-
feel happy.
The food should be here, so I'm gonna go try to figure that out. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
We ordered food a while ago, and then
Yeah.
it kept getting delayed.
Expect people eating on the pre-show. Sorry, audio, if you don't like that. We had a for people who are just listening to this and don't give a shit about the Gamescast. We finished recording the Gamescast like 40 minutes before we started this, and in between,
and
Kevin ordered
it's
food.
2:40 right now, so it started like 10 minutes.
Kevin
yeah.
ordered food probably around 1:30
Yeah.
or something like that, and it just got delayed and delayed and delayed. So it's finally here. So we will be eating during the pre-show. I won't be, but Cool Greg and Joey will be, and then when we start the show, we should be done with it.
Yeah. So you might get an extra long pre-show now.
Corey Cudney starting the hashtag Let CG Raccoon.
Oh man.
The food is here, and it is Volcano Curry. Easily one of my favorite places to eat in San Francisco. I have it
It's so
about
good.
once a week.
I feel
It's
like
too
they don't
much.
have it as much anymore because I feel like their delivery thing changed, and you live closer to it than I do.
With where I live, yeah. Oh my God, I get the food delivered from the second that I put in order. It takes honestly about 20 to 25 minutes. It is awesome, dude.
That's really good because it's usually like a
Sometimes
while to
even-
wait while you're there.
Dude, sometimes even faster because I will order when I get to my car, and sometimes it's beat me before I get home. It's really impressive.
That's amazing.
Like I'll see the delivery car
And you're like
2 streets away. I'm like,
"Ooh."
oh fuck, I gotta like message the student and be like, hey, just leave it on the
Doorstep.
doorstep. Yeah.
Corey Scott says long game cast or late start. Both.
Did it start?
Mostly this started late.
Oh, got
You
you.
just want this on there?
I might have some. Of
We
it.
started this late.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
It was a long games cast, a little bit long, but we also started this late because we thought the food would be here in time to eat and then start the show at 2. But the food just kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed.
I'm gonna have.
Two of them there.
Do you ever? Here's what I do when I get my volcano curry. I would just get rid of the horseradish.
Oh, I eat that.
I
Is this
just
horseradish?
No, it's just radishes.
Or is that
oh, it's
ginger?
right. Yeah,
Pickled radishes.
pickled radish. Yeah,
Or
so
the
I put
ginger.
that just like on the side. I just like I scoop it all up, Coolberg, and I say fuck that.
Yeah.
I also.
I
do
throw it at the next person next to me.
Oh, I mix it in
Andy,
there.
tell us about your volcano curry order.
My volcano curry order is very simple. I get the standard chicken katsu curry, and I feel like they have spoiled me because no other curry that I've eaten has this good of a taste, and no other rice that I've ever had is this high a quality, where the rice doesn't get super bunched up.
Kevin, they're asking for Skycam.
Um,
Damn.
that's weird. I don't see it. Hold on. Oh no, there it is. There you go. Slide it in view. There it is.
What's that? Potato croquette. So Joey has an interesting technique where
We all have very different ways of eating this.
she scoops. So what I do is when you order delivery, it comes in the vegetables and the curry come in their own Tupperware container, and then the chicken katsu along with the steamed rice come in kind of your typical takeout thing. What I do is I take all the curry and I pour it. I put the chicken on top of the rice and I pour everything in the empty spot here.
Oh, interesting.
And then the leftover, whatever is left over, I'll pour over the actual chicken katsu, and dip when needed. It's just so good. I think the rice is the best. The rice is never under or overcooked. Sometimes
It's not too wet.
Sometimes you get undercooked rice. It's a little crunchy and weird. It's like, wow, fuck, this sucks. Sometimes you get overcooked where it's all just a fucking bunch of bullshit. It's just a glob of.
Yeah,
It sucks, but this is.
I also don't really understand where you're ordering rice from, because I feel like this is like standard rice cooker rice.
There have been a lot of Chinese restaurants that I order takeout from that either will always overcook the rice sometimes or undercook it. It's and I order food a lot. I do not cook, so I'm ordering a lot of food, and the rice quality at a lot of these takeout places can be pretty subpar, unfortunately.
That's a deep fried potato?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
It's like mashed potato stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah,
You're not gonna eat
You were
yours,
gonna eat
Cougar?
too?
Oh, not right now. It's like, I want to get a little drunker.
All right.
Rice is the one thing I haven't figured out how to cook without a rice cooker.
Why would you want to? Like, they developed the technology. You know, it's all there.
Right.
But like Greg and Jen don't have one, and I'm staying at their place watching Portillo.
That's an
Sticky
interesting
rice
one.
is god tier. What the hell is sticky rice? Is that just?
Sticky rice
Dude, it's so
is-
good. Do you really not know?
I mean, I've
like
probably
wrapped in
eaten
a-
it before. I just don't know.
It's like wrapped in a tea leaf and stuff like that. Isn't that what it is? Like a dim sum?
Yeah. It's what's in sushi. You know, sushi
Oh.
has a stickier.
No,
Yeah, I'm not a
that's
huge
sushi
fan
rice.
of
Oh,
sushi.
you're right. I'm sorry. I'm right. You're right. Sticky rice is usually at Thai places.
Yeah, and it's like sweeter. I don't love it. And it's like wrapped in a tea leaf and steamed.
Joey, I highly recommend one of these little microwave rice cookers.
Here's the thing.
That's
I
delicious.
have a rice cooker.
Oh, well, no, I'm saying to take over to Greg and Jen's.
See, I don't really care that much because
Okay, never mind then. Sorry.
the other option is I just go to Trader Joe's and I get their microwavable
Is that
rice.
good?
Yeah, it's actually really good.
She clearly doesn't care, Kevin. I don't know why we keep bothering her with this shit. You
I
know?
remember for Christmas one time, Kevin got me curry. Because I think your sister got you it for a stocking stuffer. And you're like, no, I'm going to get you some too. That was good.
Wait, what does that mean? What like?
He
It's
just got
like-
me the stuff to make curry.
Oh, okay.
It was a
Was it
microwave.
the golden whatever one?
Yeah,
I think so.
it was a
That and the bricks is the best.
good stuff. It was a microwavable packet. I think I also got you some packs of rice.
Yeah, because I made a little meal out of it. It was a lot smellier than I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fragrant.
It gets pretty strong. That reminds me of the when I lived with Kevin's mom.
Didn't live with her. You rented one of the rooms.
When I lived with Kevin's mom, one of the other roommates that lived with us as well, with his mom, he would cook really, really smelly food as well. And I was so happy that the smell never leaked into my room.
Yeah.
But when I would walk into the house and he's there cooking, holy shit, it was like you're getting punched in the face with this goddamn scent. It's like a wall would hit you, you know?
What was it? Fish?
No, I believe it was just like Indian food. It was really, really strong smelling. Like very, like you could feel your eyes would get watery because of all the spices being used. You know, it smelled really good, but it was very strong.
Yeah, they're the jokes before the divorce, says Cameron Kennedy.
After that cigarette me and Kev just smoked, fucking coming back in here to that popcorn smell, that was lovely.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was great.
Okay.
Was it Kevin?
Get a little haircut, cool, Greg.
Oh, yeah.
Looking good,
Last
man.
night, I was
Looking
like,
good.
you know what? I think it's time. Chop
Also,
that shit
yeah.
off.
So Cool Greg gave himself a little haircut. Nick got a haircut before he left to London, and it looked really good.
It did.
His hair was getting a little unruly.
Oh, yeah.
You saw that in person?
Who, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was here
Oh.
like the day before his final day.
I was gonna pull up his Instagram, but
Oh, sure. You still have him blocked.
Still
Yeah.
blocked.
How about you just unblock him for this one?
nah.
Nah, that's a good point.
Why'd you block him?
It's because he talks shit about Kevin being a Slytherin.
Oh no, you're not allowed to do that.
I made a post specifically talking about Gryffindor winning the cup, regardless of what.
It's weird that you would root for them, but it's fun.
That's my house.
It's weird that you would betray your own house, but whatever.
Yeah.
The Gryffindor house?
Is it one of those things where like your team doesn't make the playoffs? You're like, who else do I got to root for?
I have to have an AL team,
Yeah.
so I'll vote for
Exactly.
Gryffindor.
I have to root for a team in the Eastern Conference.
I'm blocking all you. Stuff.
Kevin, do you want to move these so they're not on camera?
Oh, the food?
I mean, I feel like you guys can, but
Yeah, you probably, yeah.
I'm eating right now,
Kevin's enjoying his.
Yeah.
Kevin's enjoying his, man.
It's so good.
Yeah. It is really good.
We have
If
a
you're
lot
ever
of
in
good
San
questions.
Francisco, you should go to a volcano curry, even though it's not near anything else you'd really probably want to go to.
Yeah, like if you ever find yourself in the Richmond district, it's very, very good. I highly recommend it. It's a place that I kind of would say it's one of my favorite places to eat ever. Based on the amount that I could eat it without getting tired of
And
it.
the consistency of which it's good.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I can get tired of pizza, you know? I love pizza. But if I have it too much, I just kind of like, I feel sick, you know? For some reason, volcano curry never makes me feel that way. If I have it once a week, I feel great.
A happy week for you.
I'm at my most powerful, Kevin. You know?
Do you ever deviate from the chicken katsu and get anything else?
No, I never tried. It's scary to risk it.
I just did
So,
because if
what did you get, Kev?
the karakage.
Karage?
You're gonna have to elaborate.
Karakage? No.
Karage.
Karage?
That just sounds like a.
I'm adding an extra K. That's the problem.
I
Karage.
swear that's like
It's
a
like
character
little
from My
pieces of
Hero
fried
Academia.
chicken.
Yeah, it's a little piece of fried chicken. It's good.
Oh,
I
like
also-
like a chicken tender or something.
No,
It's like
they're like
popcorn
round. They're like
chicken.
popcorn chicken. These are much bigger.
I love popcorn chicken.
Yeah, and I also added sausage today.
I didn't know you could do that.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. The sausage not what I expected, but
What is it?
I don't. This just the overall shape is a little bit weird. It's just small and round. It looks like a little breakfast.
Put it
sausage.
on your cam, man. Let's see that little wiener.
No, I'm enjoying it.
It looks like a little like Vienna sausage or something.
It
like
does,
that.
but it doesn't taste like one. Because I
That's
was
good.
scared that it was gonna be, but it isn't.
So growing up, we had like curry all the time. We called it curry stew. But my mom always made it with, it's like the same potato, curry sauce, and carrots, but we always did it with ground beef. And it's so good. And so it's weird because I've never seen that like offer. And that's how my grandma makes it too.
They offer a hamburger.
Oh.
That's one of the options for.
But it's just like a whole hamburger. This is
Sure.
like
yeah, broken up. Gotcha.
in there. So I'm gonna have to. I don't think I've made it while I've lived in SF, but I haven't really had like a great kitchen to cook in.
Have you guys had the cheesy tots from Burger King? Like little tots with they're filled with macaroni and cheese.
Oh no,
I don't think so.
4 for $1. Hella fucking good, dude.
I don't know what it is about Geary Street, but I'm so hesitant to eat at any fast food place.
Really?
I just for some reason I'm just so worried about the quality. But here's the interesting thing: if I didn't know that that's where they were, and I was just ordering delivery, I'd probably be fine with it.
Yeah.
But like walking into one, I just feel like I'm walking into a place that's got to have a bunch of demerits on the food.
Have you never eaten
inspection.
at that Burger King?
Never.
And I would think that's probably
No, you
one
know
of
what?
the best in the city.
I've had it
Yeah.
once. Really?
in the sense of being like clean. I don't know.
good to
I don't
know.
Because
taste
it's
the difference.
that place is popping because it's next to all of those bars. So
Yeah.
every weekend.
I've eaten there once. Yeah. Guys, welcome to the Kind of Funny podcast. Kevin's telling me to wait.
No. I was sorry. You're good. You're
Each and every day, 4, sometimes 3 best friends gather around this table and talk about topics and talk about love and life and living.
Sometimes deeply about chicken curry.
We were talking about Burger King a little while ago and why I'm really worried about. I'm super hesitant to eat at some fast food restaurants near my house. You're joined by me, Andy Cortez, Cool Greg, Joey Noel,
What's up?
Kind of Funny Kevin. We're running low right now on
We got
employees.
a skeleton crew.
Skeleton. Everybody's gone. The guys thought it'd be great to take an extended Thanksgiving vacation, which is great for them. Happy for you. Glad you're having
Okay,
fun.
it's not that.
overseas.
They're in London for the meet and greet of
They
the
all
world
decided
tour.
to go just with their spouses and have a beautiful, lovely time.
Leave us here.
And
by
we're just kind of
ourselves?
stuck back here, Cole Greg.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
Doing all the work.
But all my favorite ones are still here, so that's good.
Exactly.
true.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Except Nick can kind of sometimes be your favorite, right?
It's my guy. It's the
Sometimes.
gang to my shit. Gang to my shit, man. I don't know about the favorite, though.
The gang to my shit. I don't know about the favorite, though. We asked you all to submit a lot of questions for us.
Yeah.
Because first off, what the fuck are we going to talk about, right?
Second off, you can find us on podcast services and YouTube.
Everywhere, guys. But
Yeah.
you all know that if you're listening to it. If you've never listened to us and this is your first show, I'm so sorry. Right? You can find us also on youtube.com/kindafunny and youtube.com/kindafunnygames for all our games related content. But you all probably know that already. I want to start off with a question that was posed to me and Nick during KFAF that I said, wow, that's kind of a cool question, but I'd like to save it.
Okay.
Now, I'm the only one who has really authority on the topic because I'm the only one who has watched it before. But somebody suggested if you all were powered in the world of My Hero Academia, what would your quirks be?
Okay.
And let me give you some backstory on My Hero Academia.
You've never watched a School, Greg.
Nah,
I think
Me
Cool.
either.
I think Cool Greg would love it. It's on Hulu.
Kevin, have you watched it?
I have not.
I really think Cool Greg would enjoy it. So we've talked about My Hero Academia before. Kind of what the world is. It's similar to X-Men but reversed, where 80% of the world has some sort of power. Whether that's I can lift a mountain out of the ground, I'm super strong, or every time I cough, maybe some ice breath will come out every once in a while. Like some people are super low powered and they can do menial tasks like heat up a bowl of soup or
Like
something.
if you touch that, you can make that
Yeah.
colder.
Like in Family Guy where Meg had the nails.
Yeah, exactly. But some people are mega powered or
Yeah.
whatever. And the world is really cool because they look at it from the sense of how can you market yourself as a hero to become really popular sometimes, you know? Like there's some people that essentially My Hero Academia is a story of this world where there are professional heroes that get paid to do this and this is their livelihood and their job to save the world from evil heroes that want to, destroy it or whatever. Villains, yeah, they call them villains. But there's also
No one else calls evil heroes villains.
that's what I meant to say. Yeah, why did I say that? But there's a school like Hogwarts where they teach young heroes and how to be a professional. And there's some people that are like, wow, you've got a really cool move and a cool costume. You're going to be super marketable. And then when you graduate, there's a lot of agents that want to pick you up and make you
sick.
professional or whatever.
Interesting.
But the quirks are not like X-Men. This is not like... Some of them are, but some of the powers in this world, they're called quirks, are the weirdest fucking things you've ever heard of. Again, some of them are normal. You could be super strong. Some of them can fly. There's a guy named Best Jeanist who he's like covered in denim. Like he's wearing denim head to toe, and he can like summon really strong threads, and he can wrap people up and stuff. Very, very weird.
Well, he shoots it like Spider-Man?
Yeah, kind of like that. There's a guy called like one of the guy. His power is like tape, and he shoots tape out of his elbows, and he could swing like Spider-Man, or he could wrap people up in it. Yeah, there's Best Jeanist. There's a girl named. There's a girl named. But the way they name it, the powers is very weird. One of the powers is headphone jack, and one of the girls, her earlobes are like headphone jacks, and she could plug them into a wall and hear anything that's happening inside of that building or the surrounding areas. But it's just very weird.
Yeah.
Odd quirks like that. Now, some of the guys are fairly normal. There's a guy who he's half hot and half cold.
Okay.
And he inherited the cold side from his mom and the hot side from his dad. But he hates his dad, so he never wants to use his hot side. It's a kind of cool like character arc there, but he can summon giant walls of ice, or he could go wreck shit with fire or whatever. That's cool. But so what the question was posed to us, like, what do you think your all's quirks would be? What would you want them to be? And I kind of want to make them after our personalities here in the office,
okay.
As opposed to like, oh, I'd want to fly, or I'd want to.
Yeah.
There's a guy who could talk to all animals, which I think is really cool.
That's actually sick.
Dr. Dolittle.
They probably have some dumbass opinions about shit. but
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
They ain't
Yeah.
woke, you know?
Yeah, they're not woke. There's a girl in there who has the ability to create something as long as she knows how it is chemically composed. Like she can summon it. Like
Does she have to like
if
look
she
it up or?
yeah, like so she studies this stuff. So if she can create a steel wall, knowing that it is this part, blah blah blah, and this part. You know what I mean? Like it's really cool. It's a kind of cool creative thing. But I want to know what would our quirks be here based on kind of who we are and what we do.
I feel like yours cool quirks would have to be something paint based.
I think so too.
I feel like invisibility would work really well.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because then he can go and do all these little painting things that he wants, never be seen.
I think a lot of what I think he'd have a lot of very Spider-Man like abilities where he can climb on walls, and maybe run up walls, and gravity doesn't affect him a whole lot.
But the invisibility one, I think, also works with the personality of sometimes he just wants to disappear into it,
Because you are
But
very
don't we
much
all?
most of the time like, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna stay out of people's way.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna do my
I'm the
thing and
same
get
way,
out.
okay.
Definitely, man. Just trying to do my job, show up. But actually, yeah, I wouldn't have thought invisibility if you just said it out loud. But after you explained it, yeah, I think that's a good one. Invisibility.
I think that makes sense for personality purposes too. I think invisibility is always, whenever people say, "What are your top 5 power?" What would your? It's always like invisibility or flying. Mostly invisibility, so you could, I don't know, fucking steal money from people and just have it for yourself or whatever. But that's more of a personality trait for Cool Greg, and I think that matches a lot.
Yeah.
What would Kevin's be? Kevin's would be like something with handyman, like being like his
Inspector Gadget?
His hands, no, not even like a gadget thing, because a lot of these characters, some of them don't even look human. And so
would he be like Edward Scissorhands?
There's a guy who can summon concrete. He can like not summon it, but like
manipulate
it a lot. Yeah. So one of the training facilities they have is like this giant fucking warehouse, and it's all concrete, and he kind of runs all of it because he can create all these obstacles and stuff for the heroes to train in. But I think Kevin's would be that his hand is like a Swiss Army knife kind of. Where like it's got all sorts of different tools,
I 100 like
I can
Edward
see that.
Scissorhands, like
corkscrew. You got a Phillips head, a flathead.
One of them has to be a Sharpie because Kevin always has a Sharpie.
Sharpie,
I'd
his
have
straw.
Yeah, these metal straws.
How would it work if he was a metal? Like, how would he drink out of it? If his finger was a metal straw?
Oh, that's a good point.
Or maybe he would
Oh,
just
but
have to
Joey-
put his finger in things,
Oh, ew, no. I want to drink it through my mouth.
Well,
Definitely
you don't
wanna-
necessarily get to make these
No,
rules,
I understand,
Kevin.
but like, why can't it just come out of like the middle of my finger, so that way it like sticks out that way, and I can just dip it in stuff?
No, I like the idea of Kevin drinking with his finger way better.
It's so gross.
Or what if one of your fingers has like antibacterial wipes where it just cleans that hand? You know what I mean? Like you just spray down your gross
I
finger.
only have so many fingers. I was.
But we can make our own rules. You could have 12 fingers on each
That's
hand.
true, Kevin.
I was gonna say if I could like kind of choose thinking with my personality, I would want to do multiple Kevins, but
no.
downside is they don't go back.
Mm,
So
fuck.
you know
They're
what I
always
mean?
around.
Yeah.
We gotta just have one Kevin.
And you
Yeah.
gotta deal with multiple Kevins. I feel like that.
That's
I don't know if we
yeah,
can
I
do
just
that.
don't know if that's like a My Hero Academia quirk, because normally the quirk would be that like you would summon multiple versions of you.
Oh man.
And I could hear it already. I like when I think of Kevin and all his tools, immediately when they always introduce their characters, and it's
Yeah.
like Kevin Coelho, quirk, multi-tool. He could summon different tools in his fingers or whatever, and like that would be the name of the quirk. If you can you Google right now, Kevin, just My Hero Academia quirks,
On it.
because the way they name them again is also very very weird. Like they're not they don't say. It's not like Pokemon where you're a fire type or you're an ice type. They're always named in a very non-conventional way.
What's a quirk factor?
Wait, hold on. Let me go back.
Yeah,
Category?
List of quirks?
or list of quirks. Yeah, list of quirks. That's
Bam.
perfect. Because if we made Cool Greg, it would be like disappear. It wouldn't be invisibility. It would be disappear.
Acid.
Yeah, emitter. Yeah.
Sorry.
Are people chatting right
So
now?
I see absorb and release.
Why are people chatting?
I don't know,
down there?
man. This website's weird.
It's
I don't
fucking
like
weird.
It. I don't like it.
Uh,
Acid, air pollution. Oh, that sucks.
air propulsion.
I gotta
Why would you want to make the air unhealthy for other people?
Yeah, you're right.
So the main character has
All for one.
all for one.
Ooh.
See, animal voice. That's one of the guys who can talk to all the different animals.
Dude, All for One is really cool.
You can just steal other people's.
Yeah, All
powers?
for One is kind of what one of the main villains in the story has.
Oh.
Keep on scrolling. Keep
But
on
this
scrolling.
is just such a weird one.
That's just like a little mini
Telekinesis.
force power.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but again, some of these things are people who have some of these quirks aren't. They're just working at a bank or they're working at a grocery store. They're not pro heroes.
I don't like that a bunch of these quirks on this website don't have descriptions. Like Beast, and it's a description unknown.
Could be spoilers, Kevin. Who knows?
Oh, you think so?
Ooh, a black hole.
Yeah, Black Hole is cool. That's what one of the main heroes. Well, he's like one of the teachers at this school has.
What the fuck is blood manipulation?
Let's see. The quirk allows users to manipulate their blood, such as harden or restrain others. This allows others to reabsorb their blood. So one of the guys who has Blood Curdle is the cool one. There's a villain in this story named Stain, where if he tastes your blood, he can stop you from moving. But
that's
it is
gross.
based on the blood type. So from like A to O negative or whatever, depending on the one, you are sort of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Restricted?
Yeah, like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? You just can't move. I guess restricted.
Immobilized?
Mobilized.
Yeah, I guess so. That's-
Stupefied.
It's a
Frozen?
Pokemon move. Yeah, you're basically frozen. You can't move.
Paralyzed.
For paralyzed, that's what I'm looking for. You're paralyzed for a certain amount of time. So there's a cool moment in the show where they all get fucked up, but then they realize, wait, I'm free. Why am I free now? And it's like, well, what's your blood type? And it's kind of stupid, but it's like, oh, I'm an A. Oh, I'm a B negative. That's why I'm stuck here. So whatever. But again, these quirk names are just hilarious. Joey's quirk, I believe, would be something with like multitasking.
I still like the copy as my quirk. And then I have to destroy the other copies, but they're trying to destroy me too. You know
I think
what
Tim would help you destroy those other copies.
100%. 100%. Give him a blade. He'll
I
stick
think
it in
we
there.
all might.
The quirk allows users to copy the quirk of anyone. Oh, see, that's just copying quirks, though. That's not making duplicates of yourself.
Copycat.
What do your copies do? Like, do they all go home to Paula with you?
No, I mean, I got to kill them before they get there. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
Would she
Yeah.
be able to tell your copies apart from you?
No, they're identical with the exception that when you stab them, they, like, explode.
How much thought
And
have
they
you put
make
into
a
this?
mess.
I mean, that's really on brand
It's
for
a lot to
Kevin.
clean up.
You see what I'm talking about?
But one of your fingers has like a big cloth on it, and you can wipe away all the blood.
Like one of those like ShamWow things that like absorbs a
Yeah.
ton of stuff.
What's it? Dental manipulation. Oh yeah, there's a villain who
That's
uses that.
weird.
It's really gross and creepy.
Oh,
don't
man.
like
And I
that.
just thought right now, they can't create copies.
Yes, that'd be great.
So one way to prove that I'm the original Kevin is I can make another copy and immediately kill him.
It sounds like you're always going to be under threat though from these copies.
Yeah, but I
I feel
feel
like
like
that's how Kevin likes to live his life.
they also have that sense of completion that is so important to us Kevins, where it's like, oh, you gotta make
Did you
sure
just say
you do
us
the
Kevins.
you gotta make sure
He
you
did,
do the
yeah.
job. You know what I mean?
He's having way too much
Yeah.
fun with this idea, and I have a feeling this isn't the first time that Kevin's thought
No,
about this.
not at all. Yeah, I think Joey's would be like multi-brain,
Like this.
where you have at least 6 brains.
Oh no. Oh, I don't know. Do I want 6 brains? That's a lot.
You have 6 brains, and it's not that it makes you smarter. It's just that
It lets you deal with different problems at the same
at the-
time. I
like-
love it.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I could just be like running 7 different projects and not feel like my brain's gonna explode.
But here's the thing: all your brains are in your different limbs,
I don't know if I like.
so
that.
it makes you really vulnerable
Thank you.
to getting hit in a lot of these different areas.
They might hit you.
If
with
you
the
got
brain.
you got a brain in your bicep, you got to be careful. Your brain is your bicep. That's the thing. You know what I mean? No calves, just brains.
Ew. I don't.
It's pretty gross.
That's really gross.
Does the calf
But I like
still,
the-
Does the calf still work as a muscle?
Yeah.
Your
Just
brain
making
is
sure.
is your brain a muscle?
No, it's an organ.
Your heart is a muscle.
Yes.
Your heart's a muscle. The
Okay.
love muscle. Russell the love muscle.
I
is a big-
don't like that either.
Greg's would just be, I don't know, just being super tall.
Like that's all
feel
he
like-
gets. He already has too many talents, Kevin. We can't give him anything else.
But I feel like his would be loudness, but sometimes he can't shut it off.
Or endless energy. Something like that.
No, that's
There's
what
a
he
character in the
needs.
Do you
show
think
that
it's like he could scream
The
at a
amplifier.
level that would like emit a shockwave?
there's
No,
a
that's
character
like
like that called
Banshee.
Present Mike, and I always hear Prison Mike whenever they say it. I think it would have. There's a woman named Mount Lady who can grow to the size of like 3 miles taller. I don't know. She's super tall. She becomes basically a giant or whatever. But that's what I think for Greg. Shoto Aizawa. Shoto Aizawa is really cool. He's one of the teachers. Mm-hmm. His power is eraser or whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. But if he looks at you, you cannot use your power. And if he blinks, that's when he breaks his concentration or whatever.
Can he just restart it afterwards?
Wait, yeah, I think so. I think it takes some, but he has a thing covering his eyes, so the enemies never know who he's looking at. There's a moment where he's surrounded by a bunch of like C-list enemies, and they know they're C-list. They know they're just mobs, but they're like, we don't know who he's shutting off. And all of a sudden, one of them tries to do a move and they can't. It's because he's looking at them and he fucks them up and he looks at some. It's really, really cool. He's probably my favorite character in the whole show. And he's got really cool hair that like goes up Super Saiyan style whenever he's using his power, Kevin. It's a really cool effect.
Dope.
Oh, and these little like cloths around his neck, they can like restrain people and he can throw them at enemies. And he's just the coolest dude. But he's also like that
It
troubled.
sounds like he has a lot of powers. I'm not gonna lie.
He's also like that troubled kind of Spike character, Spike Spiegel, Cowboy Bebop dude. He's just like, whatever.
You
He's
ever
always.
watched Naruto?
Just jaded.
I never watched Naruto. No.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. It wouldn't make sense.
You're talking about the other guy, right?
Yeah.
I know that.
He's got cool powers, but
Yeah.
he's also troubled.
Yeah.
I don't
Cool
know.
powers of trouble.
Spike from the Rugrats too. The dog.
Oh, the dog.
Real trouble.
Yeah.
Real troubled life right there. Tim's would be, like he could sell you on anything.
Yeah, that's
The-
like I feel like
he's-
he could like mesmerize you with his blue eyes. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and that convinces you to thinking that whatever he's selling you is a good idea.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
he
not
can't-
necessarily that he's really convincing
Same
it.
thing, can't turn it off.
Yeah, that's a good
You
point.
know, like Code Geass at the end, where it's like, oh, you use it too much. Eventually, it's always on.
And he wouldn't necessarily be a pro hero. I think he would just work
No,
in these
he'd be-
advertisement agencies and
yeah.
firms,
Making
and stuff.
deals,
yeah,
shaking hands.
making bucks.
So if that's Tim's, does that mean that Cool Greg also has that, but it's a stronger power? Since
To
Tim
sell?
is the second best baby blues in America.
Oh shit!
Or in San Francisco.
Yeah, well maybe we're thinking about secondary abilities now that Cool Greg
Are there
has.
secondary?
But maybe Cool Greg doesn't want to use that.
Did we drop the Halloween thing yet?
The Halloween.
yeah,
That's out.
yeah,
What Halloween thing?
Hellscape.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, I lost it, man. He beat me.
yeah.
He has the
actually,
number one title
Tim,
now.
Tim has the number one.
Fucked
That's
up.
fucked up, man.
We all know it's
So this
fake,
is like
but
a B
whatever.
storyline where you're just trying. That's
Trying to
always
come
up
back.
for grabs.
It was clearly
I don't
just
know.
it was clearly just formulated for the crowd, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit.
This Tim had to win, huh? Fucking
Phonies.
bullshit.
You shut him
Nick.
down. See, because I also feel like Nick has that like
I want Nick's to
Charm?
yes,
Like no matter how gross
capability.
and awful he is, you still like him.
Yeah, and he never like really makes you mad.
See, I'd really like Nick's quirk to be turned just a little smaller. It's because like I feel like it'd
He'd be
real
so
funny
mad.
if his power was to
Well,
just
Kevin,
shrink like 6 inches.
Oh, I
It's
see,
like,
I see. I see.
Alright.
That would be really funny if he got down to like 3.5 feet tall. Because here's
Not even that
Maybe
much.
do
Just
you think
5
it could
feet
be
tall.
activated by like rage? Like you know
Yeah.
how people are like
Like the
categorically you get really big, but he gets smaller when he's mad.
that's a good idea. I like that a lot.
I love it.
I like that a lot.
Because there's nothing that would be funnier than Nick that gets smaller when he's mad, and that would make him more mad, and he'd get smaller.
That's a damn good idea. Because again,
Also, that could be useful. You know, like, hey, get me mad so I can get under this door.
get me pissed off. I need to get mad. Let me think about The Last Jedi, you know?
Oh man, stop.
I think, because again, 20% of the people in this world are quirkless. They are born without any power.
Oh, how
man.
mad would he be if he didn't have a power? In the
He would be
rest
so,
of
that would be it. He would be quirkless because he'd walk in and feel so left out and get mad as if he was invited to this party. He wasn't invited to a
Yeah.
party, you know, that everybody showed up to.
That
Yeah, I think
definitely
he would be
did
quirkless.
happen.
Let's make him quirkless.
Okay,
That's so mean.
but it's really funny.
Yeah, I think it's really good. Barrett's would be fuck, what would Barrett's be?
Sad boy Barrett.
So when I
The
say
Enigma.
sad boy Barrett, I immediately think his power would be melancholy. You know, he just puts out a sad aura.
Aura, and
Just
he
kinda
bums out the
bums-
enemies. Yeah. That or he always tweets watch-alongs to shows that he's watching.
I
And
could
it's pretty
see him
useless.
having like a
Wait.
mimic ability
I-
too,
you don't
of
even-
like feeding off of other people's energy.
What would be funny is if just people that the last person that interacted with him wanted could feel what he was watching and would want to watch it too.
Mm,
You know?
I see.
So you're sitting there and all of a sudden you're like, Man, I really want to watch Airbender. Last Airbender.
But then we would always want to watch that, but then not really want to watch it.
I love Last Airbender. I'm all in.
Okay, well then you would be in charge of talking.
I'm still saying that James Cameron's Avatar is better than that one. I don't really mean that. I just want to.
I know.
Just want to talk.
That's why,
That's why you ignored it. That's why you ignored it. Well, that's our quirk talk, guys. Wait, hold on.
Perfect.
Did we miss any
Yeah,
employees?
we missed you.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Oh, what would you would have to be something musical.
Would it, or could we just do hair growth? You know, your hair just grows.
Ooh, here's the thing. What if like whenever I use the power, it would be something like hair growth, but the more I use it, I would lose hair too. So I'm kind of like,
Oh no.
It's a delicate balance.
yeah. Like it would go longer, but hair
But
hair
it'd
would
be
fall out
thinner.
every time I used it. Yeah.
Is it just your head hair, or are you losing body hair too?
I feel like it has to be all hair.
I feel like all hair everywhere.
So you do it, and all of a sudden you got no more toe hairs.
Yeah. I'd love to not have
Yeah,
toe
no,
hairs.
that's what I'm saying. Like it could be. A
I
positive.
swear I have more hair on my toes than I do on my body, like my chest and stuff.
I like those toes, man. Let's see.
I mean, I always always trim them
No,
every
yeah,
once
you
in a
gotta
while.
trim them.
Does
Yeah.
it get like
Never
unruly?
trimmed my fucking toe hairs. Y'all gotta do that for real?
I mean, I look at them. If I'm when I cut my hair, I'm usually naked because I hate when hair gets on my clothes.
And then it's all
and then
pokey.
I have to throw you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I normally just cut my hair in the nude in my in my restroom. And I'll look at my toes and be like, yeah, let's get a little snip here and there. It's not that unruly. It's just
Yeah.
it's annoying
He's
to me
not
when
like a troll or something
yeah,
like
it's annoying
that.
to me when it stands out a lot where I have no hair on my chest or anywhere else. You know what I mean? I got to balance it out.
You just have toe hairs.
Yeah, I think it would be cool to have sort of a give and take there because one of the main character in this series is All Might, and he's kind of like the Superman. Whenever he shows up, he saves the day, and he's all powerful and all knowing. But the problem with All Might, oh Jesus,
How
Christ.
close-
Ew,
how
that's
close-
so
how close
gross.
Is that to your feet?
Are you showing the
Whoa.
people?
It's not on my feet; it's only on my toe, like on the knuckle,
Oh, that's
the
weird.
toe knuckle.
So it's like that middle one that says "My boyfriend has Hobbit." That
Um,
one.
Oh fuck!
I don't want to show.
No,
that.
it's not
That's
like
making me
that.
uncomfortable.
It's definitely not like that.
I looked up Hobbit feet is what that image was.
Gotcha.
Also, I wrote Hobbit in search, and feet was the second thing.
So
Kinda
so All
surprised.
Might, most powerful character, he got hurt in a fight a long time ago, and every once in a while he sort of goes back to his really really weak form. So he was a character that was born quirkless, but was passed along a power through another hero. It's like this whole story thing or whatever. But he's a character that's slowly losing his power because he's grown weaker and weaker, but the public doesn't know it. And when he shows up, everybody just knows him as big, powerful, strong All Might, but it starts to get to the point where he can't be in that form for very long because he'll eventually shrink back to be this little tiny, skinny, frail man. Yeah, that's how he looks in his super strong form.
I want to
like-
watch the show. You won me over.
Kevin, it's really cool, man. Like towards the end, when a crazy powerful villain shows up and they need All Might to show up, and he's like, "Fuck, I don't know if I can pull this out right now." You know, I'm super exhausted.
He looks like such a weird combination of heroes in this. Of like his hair kind of looks like the Thor helmet,
Yeah, like a Loki.
Loki.
or Loki,
Yeah.
sorry, but he has the coloring of Captain America and also kind of looks like Captain Marvel too, and like
Yeah,
I guess the Thor hair also.
he's also voiced by Christopher Sabat.
Oh, you're talking about like the down hair. I see.
Yeah.
Hello, human. I am here. He's very, very powerful and superhuman, superhero-like, and everybody looks up to him. But again, towards the end of the later episodes, you know, he's got a bunch of little kids that can maybe fight with him. He also has pro heroes that can fight that are powerful. But everybody's like, "Oh, just wait until All Might gets here. We'll all be fine." But the public doesn't know how weak he actually is. So he shows up and he's fighting, and then steam starts coming off on him.
Oh, no.
Which shows
Like
that he's about to
overheating?
that he's like
He's gonna
exhausted.
turn back to norm.
Yeah, and then you're watching, and he's like, "Oh fuck, how are they gonna?" It's cool. It does a great job of that, and I'm almost done with my rewatch, and I'm glad I did it because I like it a lot more this time around. Where the first time I watched it, I was like, "It's good, but whatever." I think they do a great job with some kind of character moments and stuff. That's our My Hero Academia talk. Thank you for showing up, everybody.
Thank you.
This has been the Kind of Funny podcast.
That's the entire podcast. We're gonna go to some reader/listener. I guess definitely not reader, but listener questions. If you want to submit questions for the show, you can go to Kinda Funny or patreon.com/kindafunny and be a bronze member or above. Just like, who do I want to pick
I'm glad
today?
you know all the details of that, Joey, because I certainly didn't.
That was really impressive.
What is...
I always forget the bronze stuff, Kevin.
Yeah. BJ Bernardo says, hey, y'all, how do you feel about ice hockey?
Good question.
Do you have
Like-
any feelings on ice hockey? Cool, Greg.
I've never been on an ice rink.
What?
Do you want me to teach you how to ice
Have
skate?
you ever been ice skating?
Yeah, definitely.
I can probably ice skate. I grew up like rollerblading a lot.
All right. I mean, like, it's different, though.
It's sure, but it's not like riding a bike where if I've never
It's
ridden
a
a bike,
totally
it'll probably be
different
hard.
mechanic, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of different.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, like...
They're
once-
similar.
Once you get it,
Yeah.
But the balance aspect is super similar, which I feel like is the hardest thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've never
And
been on
momentum.
an ice rink.
Have you just never wanted to?
I just never really had the opportunity presented to me. You know, there was
you-
one in Austin at one point that I just never
Like,
cared to go
here's
to.
what I'm saying. Like, I growing up, I did a fair amount of rollerblading. First time on an ice rink, fell on my ass a whole bunch of time. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
But you're also not super coordinated, Kevin.
I disagree.
Cool, Greg. When was the last time you were on an ice rink?
I think last year, just for Christmas time.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Because they have all those ones like in Union Square, right?
Well, they just put them out for the public or whatever. Yeah.
Well, you still have to like pay for it.
Oh,
But,
really?
like it's like it's all decorated for Christmas.
But here's the
They're playing
thing.
Christmas music.
Again, Joe, you posed a question earlier. Have you ever gone away from the norm from your chicken katsu curry? And I always say no because I'm always scared to pay to experiment for something. You know what I mean? Where I know what I like, and that's how I'm.
then how do you try new
I'm the same way
things?
with restaurants where if I go to a restaurant, I find what I like.
I get that, dude.
I hate going outside of what I like
Because you know you like it.
and if I don't get the other thing, what if it sucks and I also spend money on this shit? New restaurants, I'm more willing to try new shit because it's a new restaurant. I've never been there. But, would I pay to go ice skating? I don't know.
It's not that expensive.
Well, there was the best
like
friend that
$10.
works at the one downtown last year, so he got us
He hooked you
free. And I
up.
was telling you guys you could do it too
That's
if you
right.
wanted.
I remember you
Yeah.
mentioning
Cool, Greg.
that.
Was that actually ice though?
I don't know. Is there fake ice or something?
Yeah,
do?
they got plastic ones now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No worries, no worries.
But ice hockey.
Going back
Dude,
to it.
Obviously, I've never been on an ice rink, so I can't say anything about ice hockey.
Have you been to a hockey game?
Yeah, a local kind of team back home called the Killer Bees. They're like this
that's
kind
pretty
of
cool.
Good name.
little baby league.
Yeah.
Tiny little stadium, but it was still. I went there once and it was fun.
I like
I'm
hockey
just not a big
'cause-
hockey fan.
People get rowdy at hockey games, and that's just fun. I like that they can fight. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of fun.
I'm close friends with my man Eric, who's one of the guys from our kind of hockey community
Sure, yeah.
crew or whatever, and he's always talking about it. I can't get into it. Seems kind of lame to me. I know Mia Khalifa's always tweeting about it, and I like the fights and shit, but besides that, yeah, I can't do it. But hey, fuck that, go Sharks, Bay Area shit.
Go Sharks, yeah.
I know. That was the second part of his question is, have any of us been to the tank? Which is no.
I've skated at the tank. It's great.
Whoa.
Yeah. And they have it open to the general.
Tryout,
Yeah.
open tryouts.
I once I was ice skating at our local ice skating rink here in near the Metreon, and after it was done, they had like some minor league game where it was like two minor league ice skating things going against each other.
Things.
He had a
Yeah.
And that
Teams.
shit, yeah, teams. That's the word I was looking for. And man, that was fun to watch. And every once in a while, Colin would put on his hockey games, and I'd watch, and I'd be like, "This shit's interesting." I feel like I could really get into hockey.
I just feel like you could explain icing to me a million times in a row, and I'll never understand what icing means.
I feel like we had a 45-minute explanation on one of the KF podcasts.
It's the same thing with offsides
on
in
Game
soccer.
Over Greggy's. No, that makes sense.
I think aren't they the same thing?
No, are they?
They're kind of the same thing.
Do I know what icing is?
I mean, I just hate that you have to worry about position. I wish those rules didn't exist. I enjoyed it a lot more.
But doesn't that also exist in football?
Well,
To a degree?
yeah, but it's like if that rule were similar existed in football, or if
I
a
also
rule
don't know
similar,
anything about football.
So like offsides in soccer is like
If they pass,
the other player
two
can't
people-
be a certain amount of distance in front of the ball or whatever the fuck.
No, it's if they pass like a certain line.
People are real mad in the
and
comments
if
right now.
there's the two guys that like are in front of the goalie, there's the goalie. And
Yeah.
There's two dudes in front of him. If they pass a certain line before, like if,
The ball's there,
no, I don't think it's the ball. I
right?
think
Before another defender
before
is
those
there.
two defenders are there, then it's
I
offside.
just hate that shit. Just let them run wild.
But is that what the hockey thing is? Why didn't you just
So
say it was offside?
icing is similar to where like you can't hit the puck,
The puck, like
the
all the way down.
yeah,
right?
without a certain amount of people. I don't fucking know. Either way, get rid of them. Just let those guys run wild. You know what I
do
mean?
whatever you want to do.
Because so football offside is very different. It just means that like if you're about to hike the ball, if somebody moves or jumps forward before the ball is hiked, then like I think that's just a lot different. But if a similar rule existed in actual football, then it'd be like, well, if there's two defenders over there, there can't be a wide receiver. I don't know.
People are now trying to explain icing. Tony Tran in the chat. Icing equals if the puck is shot into the opponent and from your half of the no, it's too many words happening here. You lost me.
You got
lost
10 words, and then we're done.
But that's not really why I don't like. It's just hockey for me is just something I think that for me had to be inherited from my family.
Yeah.
And in South Texas, we don't give a shit about hockey. Like, there's not a lot of Dallas Stars fans amongst Latino fans, against Latino people. There's not amongst Latino people. We cheered for baseball, basketball, and football.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not really a hockey fan. I rooted for the Dallas Stars that won NHL series that they won back like 15, 20 years ago or something. But other than that, I don't really care.
I smoke at the Metreon a lot, and over the years, I've seen the the San Francisco Bulls practicing over there because that's what they used to practice.
Is that their...
That's where they practice. I don't think that's where they play though.
No,
And,
who
that's our team, but I believe we don't have them anymore.
I
It's
don't
the
think-
San Francisco Bulls.
like a hockey team?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Was
it
that
was
like a minor? That must have been minor league
mi-
hockey.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing that he watched or that he
Gotcha.
saw them play. But I'm
They're
saying like,
good,
I've seen
dude.
them
They
do it a
give
bunch.
100%.
That's
Yeah,
like the
they go
equivalent.
crazy.
That's like the equivalent of our Killer Bees team.
But I'm pretty sure we don't have them anymore.
I don't know.
Not a bad logo.
That doesn't sound
Not
familiar.
good.
It's a pretty bad logo.
What,
Yeah.
losing them?
No, the San Francisco Bulls as a team doesn't sound familiar.
I just remember all the munis had Go Bulls. And I was like, why the fuck do we care about the
This
Bulls?
is not
I mean,
Chicago.
I mean, it's
oh,
like,
they used to
yeah.
play at the Cow Palace.
I was like, who the hell would have thought that?
So they
goes to the
were
town.
an affiliate of the. Okay. Yeah.
We should go to the Renaissance Fair. I feel like we'd have a great ass
I'm
time.
1,000
there.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Well, do you know about the Christmas one? What's it called?
Dickens, the
The
Dickens.
Dickens.
Oh, that's
Fair.
the one I go to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
we
the
went
one. I
last
love
year for
that
the first
shit.
time. It was really fun. Have you ever been to the Dickens Fair?
Never been.
So it's at the Cow Palace in Daly City, and they just like transform it into this like 18. I don't. That's probably not right. When was Dickens around? 1400s,
Whenever
1600s,
Dickens-
whatever.
No, it wasn't that old.
Oh,
know.
Charles Dickens.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
Whatever the fuck years he was
I
around.
think you were more right than wrong.
Hey
don't know.
Google.
When I was a little kid, we went there, and me and Tim heard a song played that we thought was the most hilarious thing ever. And it's like one of those prostitutes. What are they called? You
Yeah,
know
like
what I'm
pub
talking about? Like olden?
songs.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was,
like a pirate drinking song, but
I married
that.
a man that had no balls at all, no balls at all. I married a
everybody's
man
doing
that
their
had no
chants and shit.
balls at all. And me and Tim just thought it was the most hilarious thing we've ever heard.
Yeah, so this is the Dickens Fair. They turn the Cow Palace, which is just like a giant
Nothing.
warehousey arena thing. It's
It's
also
the
where they
most
have the dog
useless
show.
thing ever we have.
Hey, it has the dog show.
It's
How
the
do you
dog
spell
show,
it?
like the tattoo
Have you
expo,
ever
like
been
the
to
lizard
Dickens?
expo. Like fuck out of
Did I
here.
spell it wrong?
No, that's
Spell it
right.
How do you spell the what palace?
Cow Palace.
Like COW?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
It's a bad
so
name.
people just
Where
like
Eddie Guerrero won his
dress up.
title.
Whoa.
Yep.
Latino Heat.
A lot of people dress up, and then a lot of people don't, and they just go. But like they have all these like old timey like shows and craft and fair things, and they have a lot of like good food and like really good drinks and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of friends of mine back in Austin
It's just
love
fun to
going
do
to
that.
the Ren Fair, and I've always been interested in it.
Let's go.
It just seems like a big to do.
Random story, real quick, is I went there a long time ago, probably
Dickens
like
Fair?
6th grade. Yeah, and they had a fencing little thing, and you fencing like with swords.
Yeah.
Yeah. So me and my cousin did it, and I guess he hella liked it. I think I liked it, but I didn't really care too much. But like a week later, my uncle had bought us a hella fencing shit. I ended up taking classes downtown
Oh, what the
fencing
fuck?
for like 3 weeks, and I was like, yeah, mom, I don't want to do this. I was never into it. I was trying to be nice, but like,
Yeah,
nah, I was
yeah,
good.
yeah.
But I had the sword and everything still
Wrong
at the house when
signals
I
were
gave
put
up.
out.
Like, oh,
You're like
shit.
Nico, Greg. I feel like we're one and the same. Where we If we're not having a good time, we
We're out.
try to make it seem like we are having a good time.
But how
because we
cool-
feel bad for the people.
How cool would it be if, like, randomly I was like, oh, yeah, Cool Greg's really good at fencing. And, like,
God,
that was
that'd be
just a
so
fact.
cool.
That would be insane. Yeah.
That'd
Like
be
if you were really
crazy.
good at yo-yos, Kevin. And
Kevin, are you good at using kendamas? Do you know what
the
those
fuck
are?
is a kendama?
Is
It's
that the-
This thing Adam 22's always doing.
yeah.
What is it?
It's,
Oh, the 2 balls?
It has a ball on a string, and you like swing it up, and you try and land it, and it has like 2 like concave sides on it, and then it also has like a point that, and the ball has a hole in it, and you can land it on there. Kevin, you can Google it.
No, I got it.
So there's like 3 games in one, 3 difficulties.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that seems like something that Kevin would just like practice at home, like while
I don't
he's
think
watching
Kevin's
TV with
coordinated
Paula.
enough for that.
I'm more coordinated than you're saying.
What did you just say?
It's just like I don't know.
Those things.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm good at it. I'd say I'm, like, just at whatever average level is, you know?
Sure.
Would I tell you that my dad,
I've just
big
seen
fan of kendamas and does this all the time when we're at home.
I've just
Does he have a
seen
wait, I'm sorry. Real
different
quick.
footage of you
What? Falling?
handling a camera,
Oh,
and I've seen the results.
I feel like that has nothing with coordination. I'm not a good cameraman.
But I think that like a lot of that is like hand-eye coordination and
If you're talking about this thing that we just talked about, I was told to move around. I was told to walk around, move around, make it
Okay.
feel move. I didn't know. I would have held it still.
Gotcha.
If you
Okay,
wanted.
okay.
Just so you know.
it's bad direction. You got bad direction.
So
then.
you
I'll
don't
just
sound
say that.
misinformed.
You got
coming
bad
out here,
direction.
right?
It just looked like you were in a dune buggy. Is what I'm saying.
I know. He said move around, and I was like, I'm not a cameraman.
Yeah.
I've never pretended.
Some
to
of
be
the
a cameraman.
composition was just like, well, it's all good though. It's all
Welcome to the kind of funny
He
airing
told
of
me to punch
grievances.
in, punch out.
2019.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, kendamas.
Kendamas. Anyways.
It looks like something you would buy at a Ren fair.
Yeah, totally.
You know,
like
or
all
what?
of those things.
At a Renaissance fair.
Oh,
it would look
gotcha.
like something you'd
It's
buy at a
an old
Renaissance
So
time
there
color.
is one in Northern California at Casa de Fruta, which I feel like I've passed signs for a lot as a kid, but I couldn't tell you where that is.
Yeah, I have
But
no idea.
I think we should
Wait,
go.
the Renaissance Fair?
Yeah.
Isn't there one in Gilroy that's huge?
I think that's where Casa de Fruta is.
Is Casa de Fruta those weird signs you see all
Yep.
up through 5? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That's
I thought so
hella
too.
Just said
All
do
of 5?
do we have to get dressed up if we go? I feel like that's the only way to do it, right?
I've never done that. I didn't know people actually did that. I always thought people dressed up were like a part of the show, but you're saying they're just a fan.
Oh no,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
People just dress up.
Cool, Greg, you want to dress up like Star Trek characters?
Like we showed up at the wrong place.
Yeah.
That's hella funny.
that's like a the sirens are on our end. I would love to do that, but I just feel like that joke is so played out.
Yeah, it's true.
Like it's the idea of dressing up as a future character showing up at a Ren fair is like very common.
Oh, it's
It-
like videos go viral. I've
It's
already
a thing.
done the thing.
Yeah.
Got it.
So it's just like, all right,
I've never seen that. That sounds.
I wish nobody
funny to
had
me.
done it.
Yeah.
And we would have done it. And we'd be super
KFAF type
famous.
shit.
Yeah. Show up as like a goddamn StarCraft character or something like that. You know.
I still think that
Warcraft.
Kind of Funny goes to the Renaissance Fair. Could be a good KFF.
Oh, for
bit.
sure. For sure. Mostly because we're just looking and reacting and making fun of things, and trying to fit in as much as possible. And Nick trying to fit in anywhere.
Is great.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about Nick is when we are around other gaming people and he'll drop like his gaming knowledge every once in a while. And I'm just like, you're such a bullshitter.
Trying to be cool.
Yeah. Should
That
we
was
take
a-
another question?
That was a big
Yes.
part of why I always just play PS2 games. Obviously, I love it, but like when I would stream, because I didn't want nobody thinking like I was trying to fake it. Like I
Gotcha.
didn't want people being like, "This motherfucking."
Oh, what do you think of the
fake
next game from
gamer.
Studio
Yeah,
Japan?
like,
is
oh
good?
shit.
Pedro Venegas, going off of this ice skating thing, says, "What incredibly common thing have you never done?"
This guy got way too much stories.
I know.
Yeah, way too much.
I feel like you have a lot of.
I mean, you got to name the thing, and I'll say whether I have or not. It's so hard for me to even come
Pay my
up.
taxes.
You
that
have
one.
done that, Cool Greg. I've been
Put
with
that one
you.
out there.
You've done that
Just
multiple times. We've
so
gone
it was
together.
a joke, my
honest.
G.
Oh, I don't think I've ever watched a full football game.
Whoa.
Because I went to an all-girls high school. So we didn't, like, the all-boys one had a football team, but, like, that wasn't really a thing. We didn't really go. Then my college was too small to have a football team. And, like, I just don't think I've, even on TV or anything, I don't think I've ever watched a full football game.
Wow.
Even like the Super Bowl, I don't think.
Holy shit.
I
I never
know.
had a Snapchat. Does
Really?
that count?
That seems like some you shit.
Just trying to think. I was always scared I was gonna like not leak because I'm not taking fucking nudes, but like just send like things out that weren't supposed to
To the
go
wrong
out or some
person?
shit. Yeah. I
Do you
never
not use
understood it.
Instagram stories? Aren't they kind of the same
Instagram
thing?
stories is the only reason I use Instagram. I fuck with that, but that's I understand it a little more. Like send it out.
Yeah.
I was never introduced to.
I'm
Like
trying-
even Twitter's confused the fuck out of me when I first got on. Tim was saying like, "Fuck a business card, get a Twitter," and I was like, "All right, man, that's what we're doing. That's the plan. All right."
I'm trying to think of more mundane things, everyday things. And it's just hard for me. Like, I'm trying to think of things similar to parallel parking.
You ever wash a car?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mow a lawn?
Yeah.
I've never mowed a lawn. I don't think I've ever mowed a lawn.
What if we just Google mundane tasks?
On it.
Because I
Kevin's
think
on
when
it.
we go to like skydiving, that's not a super common thing.
No.
You know,
Well, I guess me and you've never cooked a meal.
I've cooked a meal before.
What
but
meal?
Like,
I'm calling.
like
I'm
spaghetti
calling you
back
on
in the
this
day.
one. I don't think you have
Spaghetti
bro.
back in the day when I lived in Round Rock.
Got
you know,
you,
like
got
if I
you.
had the things, I'd
Little
whatever,
quick
put
noodles.
it together. Yeah. But I don't really consider that. A big reason why I don't cook, and I was talking to Bear about this, is because I just kind of hate being around people. Like, I'm very similar to you, Cool Greg, where if I could live in isolation, I totally would. Like, I hate that I
Deuces.
have to have roommates. And it's something against my roommates. I just feel like I'd be a lot more inclined to cook and do stuff in the kitchen if I knew I was going to be the only person ever in there.
Yeah.
It's just something about being around people that kind of turns me off.
Well, there's always questions. What are you making? What are you doing?
Yeah, and I don't want
It's like-
to. I don't want to do that, you
Yeah.
know. And there's times where I've needed to pee to go to the restroom, and I hear people talking in the living room, and I'll hold my pee for as long as possible because I just don't want to walk out and like walk by somebody to go to the restroom.
I was staying at Tim and Gia's place like 2 weeks ago, real quick, and I had to use the microwave, and they don't do microwave. They don't do any of that kind of shit. And I felt bad putting my shit in the microwave, these little 99-cent burritos from 7-Eleven, because I just feel like if you're not into that kind of shit, then the smell might totally
for
throw
sure.
you off.
Yeah.
And like, I just felt hella bad. And I'm like, realistically, nobody gives a fuck if I use this microwave. But to me right now, I'm over here like, damn, dude, I'm not going to use the microwave because I don't want to annoy them.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it just seems like hella.
I'm super similar to that where I never want to impose on people.
Yeah.
Like, I never want people to be inconvenienced by something I'm doing.
And I'm a fucking you go hard. I'm an underachiever, so I'm feeling that plus more of like, well, I'm probably already doing me some favors I don't even remember right now. So I'm like, let me just like not add on to no bullshit.
So Kevin has a list up of a lot of mundane, menial tasks.
I need to shave more. I get way too lazy. Manscaped.
Taking down Christmas lights, I've done that.
Have you ever unclogged the toilet?
I have, yeah.
I'm a
I've
walking
unclogged the
ad.
toiler.
Oh, I've never shoveled snow. I've never lived anywhere with
Me
snow.
either.
Never
Yeah.
showed snow. Yeah,
But I feel
I've-
like we're not in the right area for
Yeah,
it. Like,
we're
if
not
it
in
snowed and you said that, I'd be like, what?
I push snow.
Like, I've done a lot of this stuff because this is all just like kind of chores your parents would make me do. Like,
Yeah. I don't know that I've ever raked leaves.
I've mopped, I've raked leaves.
Rake leaves.
I just don't think we've ever lived anywhere that we've had a lot of leaves to rake.
yeah.
One of the
Community
things that
service,
annoyed me
bitch.
the most as a kid was my first house had hardwood like walls in all of the living room. We were
That's
it
weird.
was like floor to ceiling walls, and my mom would always make us fucking like not Lysol but Pine Sol, everything. So we'd bust out the ladder and we had to fucking clean everything, and it sucked. It was like such a thing because I'm not tall, and as a kid I was even shorter. So like I'd have to go up and put the thing on the garrita, Kevin, the little rag. You know what I mean? Put some Pine Sol on the goddamn rag and just clean everywhere. I'll dust everything. It was super annoying. My mom is very, very clean, and she like if something hasn't been dusted in 3 days, she'll notice it and want that shit cleaned. Scroll down a little bit, Kevin.
I've never made a puzzle, but why is that even on there?
You never made a puzzle?
Made a puzzle?
Are we gonna
Wait,
Are we gonna put a
I
puzzle
feel
together?
like they
Cool
mean
Greg?
put together a puzzle, not like
Oh, I
Like
it says
a box,
puzzle
like
making.
puzzle
Is
pieces?
that
Yeah,
what that is? They call it making?
Yeah.
I never heard that before.
Probably.
Making the puzzle. Like I understand what you're saying. Have
Yeah.
you ever put together a puzzle?
Yeah, definitely. I got one framed in my room. It's the Harry Potter one.
I remember
I
it
love
now that we're
puzzles.
talking about it.
I
Yeah,
guess
so
you know
fair.
what? Ren Fair. I'll put that on the list.
What is that?
I've never gone to a Renaissance fair,
Oh, yeah.
even though
Yeah,
that's not really like on this list. But Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like super common activities. Maybe we go less menial and we think of like, I don't know, man. I can't even think.
What
right
was the
now.
question
I know.
again? Normal things that you haven't
Like,
done?
what is
Yeah.
something super common that you've never done?
Common things you haven't done.
Like, let's say you've never walked a dog before.
I never babysat. Have you guys ever babysat? I mean, yeah, you seem like a natural born
You know what?
babysitter, bro.
You know what? I never babysat.
Some say I'm still babysitting to this day.
Yo,
Like, I've
40?
never,
Yeah, and maybe
Oh,
this
all
office
these
sometimes.
guys, everybody.
I've never babysat alone. Like, I've been somewhere where it's my mom and I and a cousin, a baby cousin, or it's, you know, it's me and I remember when I was dating an ex-girlfriend, we babysitted her, one of her nieces at one point, you know. But I've never, like, solo been at home
Yeah.
and had to watch over a baby and, like, I've never changed a diaper.
Yeah, I've never done
Never had
that.
to
I
do
don't think that I have either.
Just shit in your pants and who cares, you know?
Yeah,
I'll
It'll
shit
be
my
good for a
pants.
solid 5 hours.
I'll shit in my pants in solidarity, you know?
Are there any things that you guys think you have done that very few people have done, or like that is rare?
I know for sure I've seen San Francisco in like from perspectives that nobody's ever seen it.
Yeah.
Like for sure, I've been in some weird ass fucking places. That's just climbing random roofs you shouldn't be climbing and shit. But besides that, I think it's too much, nothing special about me.
No, I can't think of anything like super crazy either.
Have you been on, like, the local news?
I declined to answer
don't-
that one.
I don't think I have.
I have, only because it was like I was chosen to read a weather question for the segment on our local news called Weather School, where a student from all over the Rio Grande Valley, they'd pick one each week and they would ask a question that day. Some weather trivia bullshit. And for some reason, I will never forget it. And it was the ancient Roman god who was known as a shepherd of the clouds was A, Mercury, B, Jupiter, C, Mars. Why do I still remember that? I don't remember
What's the
people I
answer?
worked with
Is it
3 years
Jupiter?
ago at Rooster Teeth.
No, it's
Mercury. Yeah, Mercury. But I don't know why I remember that, like word for word. It's some weird things like that that'll never leave my brain.
How young were you?
I was maybe 8, maybe. I was in elementary, so I was 7 or 8.
Oh, it's young.
Speaking about being on the news, I remember one time we had a family member get murdered, and so there was a picture of like the family with him on the news.
Yeah.
And I was a little kid. In the picture, I was like maybe like 4th grade or some shit, but I'm still throwing up that gang shit. And I remember everybody in the family getting mad at me for throwing up gang signs and being like, "Why the fuck did you do that?" I'm over here like, "Dude, it was a fun event at the time. Like I didn't fucking know like what
Like
this was
you were
gonna be
too
used
young
for.
to kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah, like I was just
understand.
throwing shit up. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know what the hell it meant, but yeah, I was just my bad.
Yeah.
That sucked. But that was one time I remember my actual face being on the news. Besides that, don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think I've been on the news.
Do you have anything, Kevin?
Yeah, it was that.
Being on the news?
Yeah.
Oh, he was in the picture with me.
Yeah.
He never got mad at me for throwing up the gang signs, though. Appreciate that.
Oh no, I meant
Things that I've done. I mean, I think that
I think our job
puts
puts in the
lends
situation.
us to situations of like I was on a stage with like 3,000 people like in front of us.
Yeah.
At the Dolby Theater and the Chicago Theater. Like
Yeah.
that was weird. Also, at the Dolby. No, is it Dolby Theater? Is that the one in LA?
No, Kodak Theater?
The Kodak Theater. Like I went up all over the rafters, like where they do the Oscars.
Oh,
I
yeah.
explored that theater in depth,
That's
all
cool
over.
shit.
It was
That's
really
really
cool.
cool.
It was really cool.
That stresses me out. Kevin up
It
on like
was scary.
catwalks and stuff like
It
that.
was, there was some points where I was like there was no sign that stopped me from getting here, but there definitely should have been several. I would have ignored them regardless.
The catwalk at our local high school that we did all of our theater in. When I was a freshman, I was on the tech side, and it wasn't until a while that I was like, that a lot of people were like, "Why aren't you on stage? You're like doing acting in the plays. Why are you like trying to be a light guy? You know, Why, like those are normally for the people that aren't like very as loud and stupid as you are.
Yeah.
You know, but back when I was doing the catwalk shit, there was always these weird tales of a guy who like hung himself or a guy who
Oh my
fell and
gosh.
died, and like it was always weird urban
People
legends.
always got
Yeah.
stories like
Yeah, did it
Shit,
actually
dope.
happen? At night you could hear shit. Like it was always a lot of freaky shit like that. But it was always cool being up there and, you know, seeing it from a different perspective. Even though it's a small local high school theater, but it was just cool being up there and knowing that you have to walk out there to control these little lights and these cans and all this.
I was like 5 stories up.
Yeah, see,
It was
I
incredible.
was only like 3.
On a tiny
maybe.
little catwalk, and I was just like, someone definitely should have stopped me.
Yeah.
This place does not have enough security.
Oh man.
Do we have another question, Joey?
Do we have
another caller?
We have so many.
Oh yeah, I proposed in front of 1,000 people too. Somebody chat just threw that
Oh
out.
yeah.
Oh, that's really
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, so this was a question. I think it was Cameron Kennedy. I can't find it. Oh.
Cam.
While off in London, Greg, Nick, and Tim get talking and decide that they really hate everyone back in San Francisco. They're coming back for a fight, but to make things fair, they've decided that you can pick one of them to help you fight the other two. You, as individuals, get to choose one of the 3 of them to help you fight the remaining 2 in a 2v2 brawl.
See, but okay, so I misunderstood the question initially. I thought that them 3 were like, fuck everybody else, we're staying together. But they hate each other.
They hate. I don't know.
Really, we don't got to pick apart the logistics of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
2 of them are gonna fight you.
You
What
and
caused
somebody
the
else.
fight?
It doesn't.
Okay.
There's a lot of pent up anger in this office. Just
It's a good one because really it comes down to
It's
do you want-
matchups.
Do you want Greg on your side, or do you want Nick on your side? Because nobody wants Tim, like right? Like he's not gonna help win a fight.
I'd say
I think I'd go with Greg. Greg is just like surprisingly strong.
But Nick is very well trained.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think the plan is, I think the strategy is that you pick Greg and hope that Tim cowers away so you could just double team and gang up on Nick and take him out immediately.
Tim's gonna just start spinning and punching, spinning and punching.
Yeah. But that's the thing, and he won't be even have his eyes open.
Yeah, that's right.
He'll just be flailing, trying to deal some blows. But while he's doing that and his eyes are closed, he doesn't necessarily know what's happening. You take out Nick immediately. It's
Yeah.
similar to like when you play a video game. It's like, let's all focus fire on this one guy. We take him out. He's fucking gone.
And then it's easy, yeah.
And then because if you go for Tim first, I
then
feel like
you also
Nick
have
will,
to fight off Nick.
Nick will disrupt it a lot with a lot of his jiu-jitsu practices.
Mm-hmm.
Cool Greg's at an
I-
advantage
I'd
here.
definitely say me and Nick. I think me and Nick would take them on
Whoa.
easily. I would like. I hear a lot of people respect Greg for this maniac side that he has. Fuck all that. That's not winning no fights. It's like you're screaming at me in a fight, dude. You're gonna get hit. You're gonna get smacked, and I don't
He's got
see
that
it.
bear strength though.
Yeah.
I hear these things. I don't believe it. I think Nick's a trained fighter. Nick all the way.
He's your boy.
I just
Sorry, Tim.
No disrespect.
there's something that I when I weigh against when I think about a smaller trained fighter against a big person that is just more powerful, I normally will lie on the side of the big person that's more powerful because I feel like whatever hold you get put into, like you can outstrength them, you can outmuscle them, even though
Not if the person knows what they're doing, man. If they're twisting your arm in a way that you can't get in a good advantage.
yeah, sure, but you also have to
Yeah.
get put into that situation to begin with. You know, and I just don't know if a bigger, stronger person
But
can even.
I feel like they're trained to get people into that situation. You know, that's what all the classes are about.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
The other thing with Nick,
but I also
though-
don't think. But Nick isn't a world class fighter.
And
you know?
Nick also,
I think he can beat Tim and Greg though.
Nick,
Not at the same time. But
the wild card
one-on-one.
with Nick is that his back kind of goes out randomly.
That's
so
a
if you,
great point.
if you twist or hit
His
Nick in the
shoulder's
wrong,
fucked up,
yeah.
too.
But then, didn't you guys just tell me last week, Greggy, you blow a little breeze on him, he has to take a shit? Like, what the fuck?
That's true.
I ain't worried about this guy.
Back of his
The
neck.
That could be an offensive move.
If you
though.
fight Greg, you're gonna want to have him in a deli aisle.
fuck? Am I gonna refund you?
I think I'm okay, but thank you.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's
I
so
think
funny.
Cool Greg has the best advantage of all of us because he has the size anyway.
Yeah.
Not all about size.
No, but it's not. It's not. But I think him and Greg or him and Nick
Could
are the
easily
best
take out.
combination.
They have the
of
best
any of us.
chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can take out all of us. I think.
Kevin,
I'd
who
like
would
to
you
see him
pick?
try. I'd like to see him try. Doesn't matter. I'll take all 3 of them.
Whoa,
I'm ready.
cocky. But do
I
you-
wish that we had some sort of like VR way of seeing what would happen.
I say we just do it. We all get
Oh my
drunk
God.
one day and see what
There's
happens.
no way.
my mind always goes to places like that where I just always have these weird hypotheticals of
Yeah.
what would the world be like if, you know? Mm-hmm. Like one of the thoughts I always have is it's always sports related. It's always how would Michael Jordan play in this day and age? Or how would
Who's better, Michael
how
Jordan
would
or
the Golden
Steph?
State Warriors from 3 years ago play against those teams
The
back
Bulls,
then?
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I also think like, you know, how would Trump fans react if Barack Obama did all this shit? That's like one of my main things I always think about. You
Yeah.
know?
You know, thinking about it, I feel like I've wrestled with the three of them.
Yeah.
I felt their strength.
All three of them?
All three of them.
In what scenario?
Just randomly at IGN
Drunk.
once with,
Yeah.
no, not drunk, with Nick.
Oh.
He just got in stance and we started going, you know? a
It's
little
like
bit.
it's like
It happens.
It's like when animals challenge
Yeah,
each
you know
other.
what? That's
With the
actually
deer,
what it's
with
been with
the
all of them.
Antlers and stuff?
With Tim at pools. Always at pools. Anytime we're at a pool, it's throw the other one in, you know?
You guys are such childhood friends.
Yeah. And I gotta say,
I can't imagine what it would be like to be at a pool with Kevin.
fun. It would be fun.
Would it be
That was great.
fun or would it be
you weren't
terrifying?
at LA. You weren't at the Let's Play reunion or Spring Break or whatever.
No, I didn't go
had-
to that one.
Did you not have fun? I had a
had a lot of
time. That
fun.
was a lot of fun.
I
But
had a
Kevin
lot of
also
fun.
seems like the mischievous one who would like
I ain't drowning
sneak
anyone.
around.
If I'm tossing anyone
no, you're
in
not
the pool,
drowning people.
I'm just saying, if I'm tossing anyone in the pool, I've gotten their permission.
And your phone's out of pocket, wallet's out of pocket.
We're thinking about all these things.
Kevin, how good are you at Marco Polo?
I'm gonna
feel
be
like he's
honest.
excellent at
I get
Marco
real
Polo.
frustrated real quick with Marco Polo. I don't like losing a sense, you know. Thank you. Peter.
An interesting thing happened to me at the other day at a Walgreens, and it was just sort of this weird human nature thing that I noticed,
I don't even know what
where
that means.
I've got a lot of stuff in my hands, right? I'm holding a lot of shit, and I see
Did
a
you not
woman.
get a bag?
No, I mean I just had a lot of stuff. I mean it
Okay.
wasn't a big deal. That's not part of the story, but I clearly have enough items.
Feels like a big part of this.
And a woman is walking kind of towards the line to get in line to pay behind somebody else.
Oh, you haven't paid yet. Got it.
And she has, I think, one or two items. And she's openly grazing the rest of the products. She's openly looking, trying to shop more. But then she sees me with a lot of stuff. And we lock eyes. And then she gets in line immediately. And it was just this weird thing of like, she wanted to keep shopping. But she also didn't want to wait for my ass to be in line.
Yeah.
Like I put her at an inconvenience because there may have been other stuff she wanted, but she saw the risk of me waiting in line in front of her bigger than possibly her missing out on something.
She's like, oh, I don't need that. I have everything
Yeah.
I need, and I got places to be.
she was openly looking for other shit. It was weird.
I had a similar situation. I was at Costco, and I was going into the line, and like at this point, like all the lines were super long, right? So I just picked one, and I'm going into it. But this lady, like 5 feet ahead of me, like we were both kind of coming at the line laterally. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
All right, the line's going horizontal, you know. And then she kind of was there before me, so I did the thing where I paused, gave her the little motion of like,
Yeah.
"You've earned your place ahead of me." And
You
some-
shined your brights. Your
yeah, exactly, exactly. And then some other lady comes from the side and tries to get in front of me. I gave her the old,
No.
Ooh.
"Excuse me, man."
Honk at her.
No, I slide the card in, say "Excuse me," and then just put myself in front.
Yeah. Assert her dominance.
I won't
Kevin.
be having any of this.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
You got to play by the rules with Kevin. He's willing to concede the spot for someone in that kind of situation.
Absolutely.
But if you're
Same
coming
with
in from left field, it's not working.
So I guess, long story short, I guess I'd pick Greg.
Cool. Do we have another question?
Do you have more questions?
No, I just wanted to tell that weird little story, that weird little segue.
That weird little story.
Yeah.
BJ Bernardo also asks, excluding cats and dogs, what other pets would you want to have?
I've always wanted an octopus
Yeah.
so badly.
But you,
We talked last week about, having furry reptiles
Yeah.
as pets.
can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Was your reasoning behind asking this because of The Mandalorian?
No.
Okay.
No, it was
I don't think he has a pet relationship with that.
it was based
No,
on
no. It's not that, but
it was based on a question
It was
or
the egg
it was
thing.
based on a tweet that our friend Steven Suptic sent to somebody, and it's something I don't necessarily disagree with. So here's what happened.
the reptiles would be cuter
There
if
was
they
a
were furry.
there was a guy who posted something, one of his friends, and of course I see the reply to his friend's tweet that I don't even know. And his friend posted a photo of him with an iguana or something. He was like, "Fuck, should I buy it? I want one." Something like that. And then Steven replied, "Don't be a lizard guy or a sword guy or a snake guy or a horse girl. Simple life rules." And I
Pretty
thought
good
like,
calls. Those pretty good calls.
yeah. And I don't necessarily disagree with it. I just think it's a funny thing to say.
Yeah.
And then I thought like, man, it'd be really cool if there were like furry reptiles. Because I don't want to pet a reptile. But if there's some fur there that my fingers can get ruffled in,
Like a furry snake.
Yeah, it'd just be cooler. I mean, when I see, if I have the option to pet a Samoyed dog or a husky
fluffy.
dog, if I have that choice to pet that or like a bulldog, I'm going the
Even
furry
Portillo,
dogs.
yeah, is not, like,
Portillo is not
furry.
fun to pet.
No.
He's just
not
cute,
fluffy.
But he's not fluffy. I need some substance there, Joey.
You ever pet a ferret?
Floofit.
No.
Are parrots
That's all you
illegal
gotta
to have?
You just kind of froze there.
No,
That's a common thing that Andy hasn't done.
thought there'd be a response. You ever pet a ferret? No.
No, I was thinking how fluffy. They're not that fluffy, though. So I guess
Oh,
they're-
shit. Okay.
yeah.
Well, fuck.
They're definitely furry.
Yeah.
They're furry, yeah.
But they're not
My
fluffy.
sister had a bunch of ferrets.
So what pet? if
Aren't
we-
they illegal?
Yeah.
Where did you get this ferret? These
I don't know. I
ferrets?
think
Calling
she
the
may-
cops,
She may
snitching
have gone to
program.
Nevada.
I'm just curious. Like,
You
is
get
there like
anything in
a
Nevada.
ferret smuggling ring that I'm unaware of?
I
I'm
think
sure
I
there
think
is.
Underground.
she did a road trip to Nevada. She may have bought the first one. His name was Bobo, by the way, on Craigslist.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird like prohibition era, but for ferrets.
Pets that I've always wanted. There's two that come to mind immediately. One, sugar glider.
Oh yeah,
You know?
that's right. Yeah, we've
You
mentioned
know,
that
flying
before.
squirrels. I'm
We're in
all about
reruns
that.
right now.
Yeah. Number two, a monkey. Now, not a large ape, a monkey, something small. Now, what
Like the one,
upset-
like Marcel from
Like a
Friends.
baby chimp.
smaller than Marcelli, if I could. And what upsets me is that my family growing up, well, not growing up, but like before I existed, at some point in my sister's very young childhood in Peru, they had a monkey. And it's like, man,
Huh.
that sucks. I want a monkey.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I wish I would go for a fennec fox.
No, you stole my answer. I want a fox.
I beat her, Kevin.
Do you
Make them-
follow Juniper Fox
Joey, I'm sorry,
No.
you can't have a fox.
on Instagram?
Andy got the fox.
No.
I got the fox.
No, I also want a
Joey,
fox.
I'm sorry.
Juniper
Kevin.
Fox is the best Instagram.
I don't.
Kevin, you don't need to pull it up or anything, but right before this podcast started, I retweeted a tweet about a monkey smoking,
Look
and then he
at
got
that.
hella high. He had the munchies,
She's
and he just
three
started
of
eating
them.
hella junk food.
And they're so cute.
That's pretty
I like this
dope.
one.
That's
She's
really cute.
like
Ah,
Snow White.
monkeys are the best, you know what I mean?
Like, look at fennec
Fuck.
foxes.
Oh my
man.
gosh, those ears!
They're little Pokemon,
Dude,
dude.
is this the dude,
Dude,
from
he's
Zootopia?
definitely a Pokemon. Oh, fucking Zootopia ass.
Yeah.
What
Those
the
are
watched-
so cute.
I watched Zootopia.
Good
actually.
movie,
It was
yeah.
Such a good
Great
movie.
Yeah, I fucking love fennec fox. I think they're adorable. They're small. They're portable. They're tiny. They're cute as hell.
Horrible.
Look at
And
this little guy. What's he
Obviously,
up to?
super fun. They're real life Pokemon. Like it's the closest we've seen to Pokemon being real.
Oh, I have a
Look
new
how small
answer.
that is on the couch. Look at the couch, Kevin. Put the one above it. Right there. Yeah, that one. Like it's just sitting on a little couch, you know?
I have a new answer.
Yeah.
I want a quokka.
Oh,
So
yeah, from Australia.
badly.
Please
They're
spell that.
so
Look,
cute.
yo, it's all
QUO.
We're about to learn
No,
Kevin right here.
QUO.
QUOKKA.
Yeah. Look how fucking cute these little guys are.
Oh, look at this one smiling. What's his
That's
deal?
fucking crazy.
So
They're
cool, Greg.
so
Deal.
cute.
They have these sort of like sanctuaries
Oh,
for
shit.
quokkas where people just go visit and feed them and people go visit these guys and you
Yeah.
just basically go there for like selfies and you could feed them and just pet
called
them.
Rot Nest Island is like where they all live.
It's like a little farm kind of.
Yeah.
But they're just
and
adorable.
they're trying to keep him alive.
Yeah, they're just like roaming around wildly. If you Google Rot Nest Island, there's like all of these stores that have
can't
these
spell
really
that.
short doors that are like this far off the ground.
them
It
to
just has
come
like a quokka with like a line through it, and it's like a door specifically.
For them to come in.
No, it's like specifically to keep them out.
Oh,
ROTT
I'm watching Kevin spell this. This is a journey.
NEST.
There we go. There we go.
There you go.
Oh, Rot Nest.
But look how pretty it
Come
is.
on, Joey.
Oh,
This is
just
dope.
put quokka sign. Maybe that'll work.
This
I
is
don't know.
awesome.
Let's go to Australia.
You know what,
guys.
Kevin? I take back my fennec fox. I'd like a quokka, please.
No, dude,
and I
no,
said
No,
it-
I have the quokka.
I said it
You
before
can't.
Joey.
I fucking hate you so much.
Joey, I did hear him say it first.
I did, yeah.
Look how cute they are. Look at the one where he's trying to hug the
Hey,
camera.
hold on, because I'm trying to figure out this sign thing that you're talking about.
Oh, door sign.
You know what? It's not working out.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's not
which
worth
one's
it.
pointing?
Down. Right. That's
Oh.
hugging the camera.
Oh,
That one.
he's so cute. Ew, I don't like his hands. I'm out.
Oh, fuck.
But that's like raccoon hands. They're all kind of
No,
creepy.
raccoon hands way cuter.
I don't know if that's true. I would also like a pet raccoon. Preferably the ones that used to live in my backyard because they're real fun.
Look at these cute hands.
Yeah, you remember my story,
That's way
Kevin.
cuter.
At Via 313 Pizza, the little raccoon's asking for food.
Yeah.
There is really no dollar amount that I would be willing to pay. And granted, I'm not a man of a lot of money. But if a news article came out that said, look, for $7,000, this is what I'd be willing to pay. For $7,000, you can own a baby puppy that is maintenance free. You don't have to feed it.
A baby puppy.
Or just any dog really.
Okay.
And you could just pick your sizes and whatever. But
Does
no
it always
maintenance. It
stay
doesn't
that
have to
size?
shit. It doesn't need a walk. It doesn't.
This is so
you don't need to
scary.
take it for walks, is what I meant to say. This is really cute.
Does it
Yeah.
need to walk.
Click that or bring this up, Kev.
I just did.
Oh, that's awesome. It's
It's
really
terrifying though.
It
but
is kind of
adorable.
cool. Look at the
creepy.
children. It's like a Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Fucking make that a meme, everybody. Yeah, I would be willing to pay a lot of money for a dog that didn't need maintenance.
But would you do it, or would you be like, I'd love to have one?
But that's also, I feel like
Would I buy it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think so?
I feel like
Oh, yeah.
it would need to be way more expensive. Because if you're talking about for the life of the dog, it doesn't need any maintenance.
It doesn't need to go pee, no walk, nothing
In
like
order for
that. Just have it in your room. It's your friend.
It would have to be like $70,000.
$70,000. Fuck.
Because you can
Andy-
buy like a
Andy-
purebred dog for $7,000.
Andy, that's too much. I can't in good conscience as your friend let you spend that much on a dog.
What if I get like 24 months no interest? Bring that
I'm trying
If
to
it was
do the-
$7,000 a year,
48 months no interest.
Yeah, what about that? 7,000 a year.
7,000 a year? Nah, that's a lot of money. Hold on. What's 7,000 divided by 12? I'm trying to think of like monthly payments. What can I
it's
afford
like
here?
$500, more than $500, $550. I don't know. I can't really
But
do
do I get any like stipends or coupons?
any tax
Hey,
breaks.
cool, Greg. I really want you to have an octopus. How do we make that happen?
Damn, so this is $580
We're
a
gonna make it
year.
happen, man.
No, that's a month.
Or a month is what I meant to say. $580 a month.
It's not worth it, dude.
Break that up into paychecks, right? I'm thinking like, what,
That's-
$290 a paycheck?
Yeah.
Almost $300 a paycheck. That's my car payment pretty much.
That's a lot.
That's
Dude,
a
my
lot
dog
of money. I'd
is-
sell my car. You know what? I'm selling my car. I'm getting this goddamn maintenance-free dog, dude. Because I want a baby corgi or a baby golden that, again, I don't,
A baby
I don't have to
Samoyed?
worry about it shitting or
What
vomiting.
the hell's a Samoyed? How do we spell that shit?
Samoyed?
Samoyed.
They're just
Nah,
big white
My
clouds.
dog is a piece of shit, but even right now, I would think about even just paying $500 a month just to keep him how as is, and like I think I still would. So like I think once you did that first month, man, you'd be like, yeah, I'm doing this. $500 a month for a fucking perfect dog.
You should look up.
You get to wake up with his little
Maya
ass, man. Come
polar
on,
bear?
bro. This is dope.
Yeah.
Kevin, just look up Maya polar bear.
Look at oh my gosh, they are perfect. Look at these beautiful creatures.
Maya polar bear and Boomer the land cloud are my favorite.
MAYA. Oh, here, it'll pop up anyway. These are my favorite accounts to follow, dude. I just love. It's the cutest thing in the world, dude.
She's like so cute. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
I like when she has eyebrows.
All right, get out of
This
here.
is fucking adorable, dude.
She's
Yeah, Samoyeds, I think, are
ridiculously cute.
one of the more gorgeous dogs that, like, dogs are super, super cute as babies. And when they grow up, sometimes they're just like, they're good. They're
not
fine.
as cute.
I think
yeah.
Samoyeds, like, retain the cuteness longer.
I concur.
What's up, Kev?
Nobody's watching his Dark Materials.
No.
It's a HBO
No, I
show.
kind of want to give up on it.
You're watching it though.
I watched the first episode.
Okay.
I just got an HBO account. I'm really excited about it.
Oh, yeah?
What are you gonna watch?
Probably this. I don't
Are you
know.
liking it, Kev?
I'm really digging it.
Yeah?
I'm really digging it. But they have demons. Is it demons?
Demons, yeah.
Um,
or demons, but it's spelled
Yeah,
D-A-E.
yeah, but it's spelled demons. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But it's like a
Little
pet,
ferrets,
a little
yeah.
pet that is with them. It's not just ferrets. It changes.
Yeah.
They have pets that are with them always, and they talk to them. I want one of those.
No, I don't want my pet to talk.
I'd love my pet to talk.
Ooh, I want me a little Jack Skeleton ghost dog.
Ooh.
Oh, Zero, right?
Yeah,
Zero?
with
yeah, I
little
want me a little
nose.
Zero. Yeah, the little button nose thing. That's just dope.
Yeah, that
Or a
shit was really
polter
cute.
pup like from Luigi's Mansion 3. I guess maybe it's in
haven't
older
played that
ones
yet.
too.
I wanna
What
play it
else do
so-
I want?
so badly.
Yeah, that's the other thing with the question, BJ Bernardo. I just want a dog. Like
Yeah.
I'd just be stoked to have a dog, but
I want a dog. I just am not in a situation to have one at all.
It's upsetting.
Living situation / like just lifestyle.
That's how
Yeah.
I feel, but
It's-
I
it's-
got one. I'm definitely not in a situation to have one.
if someone was like, "Hey, here's a lion. Don't worry, it'll be like super well trained." Like, would you be like, "All right, cool, I'm gonna have a lion."
I mean, it's gonna grow
That's
the
so
size of a lion.
big.
Yeah.
That's way too big,
My
man.
mom's
Where am I gonna
neighbor
put a
growing up had
lion?
neighbor.
This is San Francisco, dude.
Dude, my mom's neighbor, my mom's neighbor growing up had a lion over on 25th in California.
That's nuts.
Yeah, the
What the
radio
fuck?
show used to talk about him like he was a devil worshiper and shit. They
Yeah,
burned
he's
down
the
his house and
satanic-
everything. Yeah, it's
satanic,
crazy.
Church like leader.
Holy
yeah,
fuck.
he was a big dog, but whatever.
That's fucking freaky.
Paula's neighbor had a mountain lion.
That's fucking sick.
That doesn't seem like great.
No, seems like a dangerous pet.
Yeah, my man had a fucking wolf until his neighbors called and snitched on him. You know Cyrus?
The virus?
Oh, here you
No,
go.
no,
I'll use his real name later.
No, I mean I've heard about We'll
yeah,
talk about
but
it later.
I don't know
We'll
if you
talk
can get in trouble or now. But yeah, he had one. He was trying to sneak it by everyone, but then the neighbor snitched because he was howling too much. Yeah, and he was still like he had him for like 2 weeks, so he was still a little baby. And I was like, I'm happy he didn't like grow a hold with y'all because you could attack somebody. Like I don't really know nothing
How
about
do you
wolves,
train
man.
I don't know you can really train them.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Nah,
years
you can't domesticate.
generations and generations
I read
of
this thing
domestication.
like 2 years ago. Fuck, I forgot where I saw it. I really wish I could have a link, but there was somebody in California where they had a fucking, I guess like a trap where they were making drugs or whatever, and they were leaving for a couple of months at a time. So they just put an alligator in there to protect it or whatever. Yeah, and the cops who found it or whatever, found the owner of the building killed by the alligator. So I guess
Oh,
he
shit.
got caught slipping by his own fucking
Wow.
security thing. It's like, why the fuck would you put an alligator in there, bro? But I kind of get it. But
Yeah.
I also am like, what
like
the
no one's gonna
fuck,
fuck with
dude?
an alligator.
Yeah, like if you break into here and you see an alligator, you're gonna walk out the fucking door,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, he got. It's crazy. I would
What's the
love to have
difference
an
between an
alligator.
alligator and a crocodile?
Where
Kevin,
they're from.
science.
Did you say they're
Saltwater?
No.
really different?
No, I said where they're from. The differences, like one of them, and I believe the alligator is from Africa, and they have a much longer mouth, like snout thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, like
the
an alligator
crocodiles-
gar or something, or
What?
Never mind.
I think that was a joke.
No, I know.
Did you get the joke?
I mean, I got that it was a joke.
I was just mostly. I was mostly just. I was just asking, like, was it like a gar, like the alligator gars? You ever seen those kind of?
Yeah.
One time, my parents were in a boat. One time, and an alligator gar jumped out of the water into the boat. It was just
What is it?
An alligator gar is like half fish, half alligator looking thing. It's
Oh,
fucking
yeah, okay,
freaky, dude.
yeah.
These weird little guys.
I don't know what that is. I've
They
never
got
heard
caught
of
up in that evolution thing. Right?
Yeah, it's weird.
I got him backwards apparently.
What?
Whatever I said is
The
someone said-
crocodile has a longer snout.
whichever one it is.
And
Yeah,
it's from
crocodile has
Africa?
a longer
Yeah,
snout.
yeah. Alligators are here,
Look at this crocodile.
They're here. What does that mean?
like in the United States.
Oh,
One of the most common
They're
reoccurring.
here. They're among us.
not even one of the most. The most common reoccurring dream I have is owning an alligator and just having it in my old house when I used to live in the avenues and just it being in the fucking bathroom for some reason, like the bathtub. Like it's where it
That would
lives.
suck. I feel like I'd have
I
to
don't know
deal
why.
with that at some point. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna become my problem. And yeah, and then the African ones are much bigger too, size wise. Like it's a significant difference.
but they both have like really strong jaws.
Oh
right?
yeah, they'll
That's the
both fuck
thing?
you up real bad.
That sounds terrifying. Did you ever see that video of Brian Altano and Max Scoville playing Switch in like an alligator pool?
Fuck yeah.
It looked
Crazy.
really crazy, and I got really stressed out, but it also looked really cool.
Yeah.
I think they were playing Smash, maybe?
I saw a GIF recently, speaking on the topic of reptiles, and it was an old school wrestling clip with Jake the Snake against
Wanna beat
Macho
him?
Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
This clip just kind of like recently popped up again, where he brings out a king cobra, and Macho Man's like, he's fucked up, and his arms are kind of tied in the ropes, so it's like kind of holding him there, and he's on the ground, and Jake the Snake busts out a giant king cobra and like puts it in the middle of the ring, and it's obviously like defanged or devenomized or whatever.
Milked.
Yeah. And he's like, the commentators are going crazy, and he's holding up the snake, and he's, kind of
Doesn't
threatening
do
Macho Man, and Macho Man's like freaking out. And then he just straight up, like, it bites his arm, and the cobra's on his arm, just fucking, like, everybody's like, oh my God, you gotta, I hope that thing's defanged or devenomized. Dude, it's, I can't believe, like, wrestling was crazy back
Yo.
then,
But they
dude.
just let
That shit
That
would
hit.
actually, very similar just happened like 2 weeks ago at Lil Pump's fucking music video shoot. where he's like on a throne, and they come up with a fucking snake to give it to him, and that shit just bites his ass. And he's
Holy
like, oh fuck,
shit.
He's hella scared about being, you know. You'd expect him to be, but like fucking it's just crazy. Like I'm not letting those snakes around me, bro.
I'm sending you a link right now, Kevin.
We have to
watching
do
it?
another What's in the Box challenge and actually get like some sort of reptile.
No, I
fuck
feel like
with
then
Nick.
Andy would never trust us.
Yeah.
No. I'm telling Andy as an allegiance to get Nick.
I sent Kevin the
There's
link.
nothing
Nick
that could be
definitely
in the
could fire
box
us after that
for me
sure.
to be like, I don't trust you guys anymore. And I hate spiders, but even spiders, like that's
Nah, dude, if you put your hand in there and there's a fake tarantula, I feel like you're never gonna trust this guy.
a fake tarantula.
Yeah.
A real tarantula, maybe.
Oh, well,
but a
100%,
fake one,
yeah.
I don't know.
You'd be mad, I think, in the moment if it was a fake one.
I'd be
Do we need
scared.
audio for this?
Yeah, I might
No,
react
you
like
don't
an
need audio.
asshole.
I don't know if we're gonna get. I don't know how. This is really, really old footage, so I don't really know.
I think it's still good though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. What you make it minimize.
Xavier
it then,
Woods
maybe.
didn't fight yesterday at fucking Survivor Series because he's injured, and they wore the XW on their fucking arms as if he was dead.
Look at
Like,
this.
come on,
oh
guys.
my gosh.
How fucking horrifying is that, dude?
You know, dude, you can tell the snake's really into it.
He's like really trying to get in
He's
there.
really trying to kill this man.
Alright, that's enough of
Yeah, it's
that.
horrifying, dude.
So much.
Snakes are so
Ugh.
weird
Snakes
looking.
are fucked up.
But
man.
imagine how much cuter that would be if it was furry.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd
Great
be
point.
gross,
The furry
dude.
black milk snake.
That's a great point.
Weird.
Yeah.
Gross. It's weird.
I thought you were about to go to the restroom, Joey, and I was like, please don't go because I really need to go. But the show's almost over, so I want to hold it. But holy
But it's
crap.
not over yet because you know what it would be great time for?
Some advertisements coming to you now.
Oh, man, we're kinda late.
Yeah. I mean, worst comes to worst, we just cut that out, right?
What do you mean?
We just cut that part of it out.
Hmm.
So that, do you want to go to the bathroom? I don't have to go to the bathroom.
Here's a question. How do you say controversy? This is something that we've been talking about,
Have you?
that I've been talking about with
Sweet.
Chloe and all of her UK friends.
The chicken squad?
Yeah.
Chicken.
So I made a joke a long time ago. You know how like me and Nick, mostly Nick, will purposefully mispronounce words.
Yeah.
So I said like, oh, like the UK, sometimes they say controversy. And I made that joke, and a lot of people were like, Andy, we don't fucking say it like that. And in my head, I was like, I know, I was just fucking around. But there was a part of me that thought, man, I could have sworn I heard this somewhere, right? Obviously, I say controversy. Everybody says controversy.
What's the other one?
Controversy.
I've heard that, dude. It's real.
It's an actual thing. And then so I talked about it on my stream, and I was like, yeah, I was watching something recently where a British guy said controversy. And everybody's like, Andy, you're fucking lying. Nobody says it that way. I was like, guys, like I'm not lying about this.
Yeah.
Some people still or say that. And then I Googled like how to pronounce it, and they have the British version or the UK version. It says controversy, and it does it that way. Did you just Google it, Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, but type in pronounce controversy, because there's an optional way to
Controversy pronunciation.
There's a drop down menu where you could pick different dialects. You know.
I think if we go.
Yeah. Here we go. So American. Play that shit, and then go to British.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, Kevin.
You haven't
hold
actually
on.
clicked it though.
Controversy.
Right. Let's hear the British.
Controversy.
Yeah, you got him, dude.
And
You
I
got him,
knew
dude.
it. So, but here's the thing. I Googled it. I was like, I must be crazy, right? But I'm not crazy. There was an article that the Telegraph, Kevin, put out
I'm listening.
talking about how it's similar to the whoa thing. The WHOA thing, the correct way to spell it is going away, and then people are slowly spelling it WOAH, and that's just the new movement. And
still
in
banned
probably
in our
30
Twitch
years,
channel?
when all of us are died out, you'll only ever see it the WOAH way, you know?
Does anybody still write the word okay with OKAW or AY? Sorry.
I do, yeah, I
No,
do
I know
okay,
the
W.
W.
Do you really?
Yeah, or AY, yeah. I did the same
Yeah,
thing.
my bad.
I fucked up.
It just seems like such a waste of time, you know?
But this article makes a great point that
You
this
got the
article
job
was
done.
this article was from 2011, and it makes a great point that they believe a huge influence of American culture has changed the way a lot of British people say controversy, and now they say controversy, like the way we do. And so there's like this article had some things in there like how American culture is changing the way they do that. And in the next 30 years or so, well, this is just me assuming that in the future, nobody will say controversy anymore, and it'll all just be controversy because everybody's watching Marvel movies and fucking Disney movies and
But
shit.
how
you
are
know?
people gonna say Puma?
Oh, that's a great question, Kevin.
You know what I mean?
Because they still say Puma, and they also say Nike.
Wait, do they actually say Puma? I was just making fun of Nick.
No, they say Puma.
No.
Yo, no, I'm serious. And I learned this because I was watching the Jeff Goldblum show, where they went the sneaker episode, and he goes to the Puma warehouse, and they talk about the creation of Puma instead of Puma. We call it Puma, but they call it Puma. They say Jaguar, we say Jaguar, or some people here say Jaguar.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah, people here say Jaguar. It's crazy to me.
Hey, you're remembering things wrong. That's not how.
But they also say Nike instead of Nike, which is kind of bullshit because, like,
well,
Puma's an actual word. Nike was created by the people of Nike, and they said our company's name is Nike.
Yeah.
I mean, Nike's a word. It's just in Roman, right? It means victory.
That's a good point, Kevin.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's hard to tell.
But anyway, yeah. So, again, let me just be clear. For all you fucking people out there,
You know who you are.
you know exactly who the fuck you are.
You know the way you speak.
I'm not saying that 99% of people in the UK say controversy. I'm not saying that 100% people say controversy, but it is a thing and it exists. And much like our past, Kevin, if we choose to ignore it, will we ever learn? And that has been this episode of the Kind of Funny podcast. Do I actually want to end it there? That was kind of a cool way to end it, I think. Thank you for watching this episode of the Kind of Funny podcast, where sometimes 3 or 4 or 5 best friends gather around this table to bring weird, wacky topics, questions from you, or just stuff off the top of our heads. Again, you can get the show everywhere where podcasts are available. You can watch it. Obviously, the rest of our videos here on kindoffunny.com. I meant to say youtube.com/kindoffunny. And podcast services around the globe.
It's the wrong
Joey?
show.
Cool, Greg. Kevin, thank you for joining me, on this journey. It's been a great time, guys. I need a pee so bad. And you know what? For the post show, I'm going to pee here in the set.
Are we in the post show yet?
Oh
We're
my
in the
God.
post show right now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, go pee.
I'll be right back.
They spell aluminium
Differently,
They spell it
yeah.
differently. Okay.
Do they?
Yeah, I think they do. I heard that somewhere. And I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
used to
Michael
it.
Pageant. They also said that in the episode where they say Adidas instead of
Oh,
Adidas.
I do remember
But
that.
wasn't him just being weird? Wasn't that just the
No.
problem?
That's how they pronounce it, man. It's crazy to me, but that's how they do it. I'm not going to knock them for it.
Mr. Yasman 300 really wants to know what my favorite Middle Eastern food is because he's repeated that question at least twice. And 3 times will get him banned. I hope he remembers the rules. You know what I mean?
That's the rules. You
I
can't
didn't
repeat
know
yourself
those.
3
Oh, yeah,
times?
beta and beta. That's
Yeah.
true.
I like that people are talking about aluminum and aluminium and
Oh,
then
shit,
big
that's 3 times. No.
aluminum. In the chat says present. I like
Joey,
it.
what's your
Yeah.
favorite Middle Eastern food?
I don't know if I've ever really had Middle Eastern food.
What is that thing that is their grape leaves with like rice in them?
I'm pretty sure that's Greek.
You're right. That sounds Greek. That's what the crux of my question to you was, Joey. I was trying to figure out where Middle
That's
Eastern.
Mediterranean, not
No,
Middle
no, I
Eastern.
understand.
I don't really know what you're asking, but okay.
I'm thinking
Okay.
because like straight up Middle Eastern food. I feel like Middle Eastern food also includes those. What are they called? Dolums?
What?
Dalsum?
I don't know what you're talking
The
about.
grape leaf thing.
Oh, I don't know what they're called. There's a place called
Jessica.
Bet Rima that just opened up by my old apartment. That's like Middle Eastern comfort food, and everyone says it's really good. So I kind of want to go and try it.
Oh, man.
Okay.
All right.
Agent Coleman trying to explain icing to us. I just don't think we're ever going to understand icing as a general concept. I don't think we can do it.
Frankly, I feel like it makes me better to not understand. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a more useful skill to have.
Agent Coleman says, Joey, any thought on chow chows? I don't love them.
What's chow
Correct me if
chow?
I'm wrong, but they tend to be kind of aggressive.
I mean, I feel like most dogs can be aggressive if you don't believe in them the right way, you know?
If you don't believe in them the right way.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works.
They're big, cool, Greg. Huge. So look at it. You can't. What?
God damn.
I don't really
just wanna
care
be
about
friends
chow
with this.
chows. I like Newfies if we're talking about like big fluffy dogs.
I saw a chow chow. Like this doesn't. This is like a. I feel like this is a puppy chow chow. I saw like a full grown chow chow that like they nailed the haircut.
You
And-
should look up Newfoundland.
Give me 2 seconds, Joey. I'll get there in a second.
no.
But like this is a real story. I was at a park by a local Costco, and I saw this guy. And for a second, I was like, "Oh fuck, there's a little lion right there."
That's crazy.
But it
They
looks.
got
It's
you.
so lion-like. It was insane. It was scary. What do you want me? What do you want me?
Newfoundlands. If you just type in Newfie, then it should work.
Newfie.
Yeah, Newfie.
It sounds so weird. Newfie.
My friend.
Oh, it's one word.
yeah.
Joe, you didn't tell me it was one word.
I didn't put a space in there.
I felt like you did.
Yeah,
It
but
was
I
like an
didn't.
implied space.
Noof.
No.
Shia the Noof.
But they're just big, fluffy. Look at the. Okay, go. Yeah, exactly. They're giant.
Yeah, but that could be a child.
Look at the one in the red
Oh,
shirt.
that's not real.
No, that's totally real.
No way.
My friend Shannon has one named Paddington. They're giant.
Oh my god, I want one of these.
Damn.
But you know what you never think of when you see a big dog?
What?
You have to remember big shits.
Yeah.
You know? And like, do you want to have to carry around a small shovel?
Well, most people are gonna have these in like a backyard where there's like a way to you don't have to carry it with you. You know?
I mean, that's your opinion.
Oh my gosh, look at the one with the baby in the middle.
Holy shit.
That seems dangerous. Why is it so small? Look
I
at that
don't
image. It's the
know.
smallest goddamn image on the internet.
Smallest image on the internet.
I still want kind of the next Kind of Funny Live whenever we do one for it to be Kind of Funny Live for Joey pets your dog and everyone just brings their dog.
Hell yeah.
I want an Irish
Joey
wolfhound
pets
really
your
bad.
fucking dog.
Look at these things. Huh?
I think it's kind of like I fuck with it. I like it a lot. Don't get me wrong, but it does have like a shady ghost thing about it.
You know,
He kind of looks like the Tramp from Lady and the Tramp.
Absolutely, 100%.
I saw a meme of that where it was like creepy Italians try to get dogs to fuck in an alley. It's just the Lady and the Tramp. It's just the Lady and the Tramp like
that's
cover,
funny.
and it's just like
That's-
it looks like that. Like,
That's
it's
funny
just-
as hell.
Cool, Greg. One of the reasons I want it is it kind of reminds me of Sirius Black.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah? You see that? You get him in the black
I get that.
variety,
Yeah, but he's just if he was an asshole, you know.
Kevin, can you look up Bernese Mountain Dogs?
Yeah.
The what? Oh, the ads.
Is it Burmese?
I think it's BER. I think, isn't it?
E-E-R.
Uh-huh.
I've been fucking up the first vowel of every word that we've been looking at.
They're just so cute.
Aren't these
Yeah,
just St.
those like a
Bernards?
perfect dog.
Aren't these St. Bernards?
No, St. Bernards are different.
Fuck, this looks
How
like
different?
a
This
movie
is-
dog.
Look up a St. Bernard. St. Bernards are just brown and white for the most part. And St. Bernards are much droopier.
A friend of mine had 2 St. Bernards. I know he wasn't my friend. He was my little brother's friend. Oh, you're right. This is a different kind of dog.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, of course. They're just
Uh-huh,
so cute.
uh-huh.
Beethoven. Is Beethoven's not a Disney movie. I can't watch that tonight. If I go home,
I don't know.
it's
You
upsetting.
want me to look into it?
What's up with Zorro, man? It's the show I loved, but it's a movie form. So they cut out hella scenes to make it into a movie. Like
I only
it's
know
like
about
one
Zorro the
season.
movie.
No, it's like a 1950s movie. Like, yeah,
Oh.
it's like black and white. And the first season of the show I love, which is 3
Mm-hmm.
seasons, and they turn into a movie, but they don't have the rest of it. But I watched the whole series on the Disney Channel. That's why I'm kind of confused at like why they don't have the show.
That's weird.
Do we think that gyros count as Middle Eastern food?
Euros?
Yeah.
No, that's Mediterranean too, I
God
think.
fucking damn. All right, I'm just going to say kebabs, all right?
Is Euros? That's the GYR
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. It's
Aren't
that,
kebabs also Mediterranean or are they also
You know what? I feel like it's all a mixture, man.
Dude,
It's all a
kebabs
mixture.
are definitely fucking Turkish. Because I literally made
Mm.
fun of True today in a text message because he sent me some shit about how all races add to your life. Where it's like, if without the Turkish, you wouldn't have this. Without Russians, you wouldn't have vodka. But I was like, who the fuck is talking about kebabs? Like, they definitely could have done better than kebabs. But yeah,
Dude, kebabs are great though.
they are
They are
great,
really
but like
good.
you don't compare
They're
that to
really
like vodka and shit. Like, who the fuck's the last time you had a fucking kebab, bro?
I feel
Dude,
like my
there's-
life would be a lot better if I had more.
There's a
kebabs.
really
I'm with you on that, but still, like,
the place on 9th and Irving, Park Heroes, is actually really good. I get their salmon stuff. all
I've
the
been
time.
over in that area a lot lately because I've been kicking on my man True, who lives over in the Richmond district. So like over kind
just go
of
through
like
the
around
park,
a lot of our people's fucking houses. I'm just like, what's going on, bro? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? You know,
What are you
Just
doing?
gonna run into you in the park or something.
Yeah.
Never know.
I like Luke Garrett in the chat here. Kebabs are Middle Eastern, like deaf.
I mean,
Are they not Mediterranean?
I don't know.
Man, I don't sticks like meat on a stick. Is that really like a specific? Like Peruvians been doing that shit for years. They use cow heart. It's
Technically,
great.
isn't that also? Well, I guess Brazilian steakhouses, it's not on sticks. They just serve it to you skewered.
with a saber.
Yeah, which is cool.
Sabers are
as
cool.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, see, I don't know. They definitely the protester lady said they were Turkish. I really don't give a shit either way. Like she had a whole sign that said like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Different things.
I felt the point. I just I didn't get behind the fucking kebabs. I'm happy they're coming up in conversation now, dude. Gyros.
Here's the thing, Mr. Yasman 300. I don't think I have a favorite Middle Eastern food. I'm down to eat. You know.
The word kebab is Arabic, I think.
All right, now people are just throwing shit out. Right? Just get out of here. Get out of here.
I'm with y'all, man. You guys should have fucking make fun of my friend the way I did. It was stupid. He shouldn't have sent me it.
Oh, I got my debit card. I've been looking for that. I didn't know they were in these leggings.
Oh, really? That's a crazy place to lose. I mean, that's a crazy thing to lose, dude.
I think I just stuck
keep
it in my
that on
pocket
you.
because I walked to Starbucks.
I just cleared out my wallet, so I took out all the bullshit, like all like my New York MTA cards and Santa Cruz shit.
Yeah.
Now it's just nothing but the fucking basics.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's not fun, but I get to get new bullshit. You know what I mean? Let's see how that goes.
Wait, when do you go to? You're going to Texas for some wrestling thing, right?
Yeah, for in January for fucking. It's so the Royal Rumble is on Sasha Banks' birthday.
Damn.
And I'm just hoping she wins it just for that fucking reason alone. So I'm gonna go out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for that, dude. Hopefully, I'm definitely gonna plan to meet up at on the Saturday, so the day before it at fucking what's that shit? Coral Sword.
Oh,
Is that
Hunter
it?
and
Coral Sword?
Alexis's
Yeah,
thing.
Hunter. Yep. And I'm excited about that. I've had about like 10 people hit me up in the DMs talking about like it sounds like they're actually gonna go. So
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's good enough. You know what I mean? Enough people
Yeah.
right there.
We'll start advertising it in January, and
Yeah, and see what actually happens. I
Oh,
mean, but also I don't
shawarma.
really have too much of a plan other than like, I mean, like I'm just gonna be taking cigarette breaks the whole time basically.
Yeah.
So like I don't want to add
That's totally fine.
too much like fucking. I don't want people to expect nothing. It's just really just kicking it.
Shawarma's fun, you know? And it's cool that when you look it up, place of origin, it says Ottoman Empire,
that is cool.
you know?
Cool, Greg. What'd you think of Survivor Series? The shit was cool. I don't know if you guys, Joey and Kevin, know, but like usually Survivor Series is like Raw versus SmackDown. It's kind of what they go for. This time they added the NXT, which is like the D League. So it was Raw
How
versus
come?
SmackDown.
Why
versus
is my
NXT,
boy in
That's
NXT
tight.
now?
just to give people a reason to watch NXT?
Are you talking about Finn Balor?
Yeah, it's either be a nobody on the main roster or be the guy on the D League. So he just went with that. I'm pretty sure I saw something saying that he's getting the same check. So he's working once a week from one place rather than having
Just
to
in
travel.
Florida, yeah.
Yeah, so like it was a smart move if you think about it like that. But it's Finn. Like he should be the guy. You know?
Yeah.
So it kind of sucks. But
Was he not the guy?
He is, but it's little things, random things happen. He gets
Yeah.
injured or just random things here and there where it's just like storylines don't make sense for him to win kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, last night's show was cool. I feel like they did let the NXT girls or guys and girls win a little too much, but I do get you want to make them look on all the problems, everything you did wrong with the original four horsewomen, Sasha and Charlotte, them.
Yeah.
They're trying to make right this time. So it's just kind of like a little like, all right, now she's untouchable. She's gonna win no matter what. Like you kind of don't want your fucking D League person going over your two champions, you know?
Yeah.
But it's whatever. Other than that, we saw Brock Lesnar fucking beat up Rey Mysterio and his son, which I enjoyed. I don't think the internet enjoyed it, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny.
Are
as
you the
shit.
only person that likes Brock Lesnar?
I think so. I just like that he's just like untouchable, man. But people
Yeah.
hate that. You know, it's that Superman effect.
Yeah, I feel like it gets boring when he's like
You gotta fire him. Because as a fan, I cannot believe that someone's gonna beat Brock Lesnar, unless like he's just not in the conversation anymore. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, got to get him out of there.
Was it
'cause
SummerSlam where he did the Suplex City like 6 times in a row?
I don't know. There's been so much history with him where him just destroying people. Like I
Yeah.
think
But
last
that's
year
where
at
he fucked
Survivor
up.
Series is when he busted open fucking Randy Orton, and you're not allowed to have blood. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying they broke the law, but they definitely broke the rules. Like, you're not supposed to do that shit. So,
Yeah.
you know, we'll see. But the whole show, I felt like as I was watching it, it reminded me when I was younger watching it. Like I didn't really give a fuck who won because none of the matches mattered. Like you had champions fighting, but it wasn't for the belt. You know, so it was just for fun, for the sake of wrestling. I thought it was cool.
Interesting. So many things.
Yeah, that food is real good today.
I still haven't had it. I'm excited to jump into that.
No, neither have I.
You say that word, I'll cut the stream so that you guys can go eat.
I don't know if Andy's coming back.
I
or
thought
not.
he was coming back.
And then he left
Man,
He
it
again.
sounded
said
like he was coming
peeing
back.
a whole lot, but it doesn't seem.
But
like
then he
that's
came
what-
back
He
for a
needed
second, and then he
pee.
left again.
You had to go get the ads, right?
Oh yeah, now I can hear him yelling in the background.
The ad reader.
The ads.
How many ads do we have? 3?
We have 3.
Do we all want to do one?
No. Do you want to do one?
Nah, I don't think so. I'm not that great at reading, man. For somebody who spends his like whole life just reading the writings on the walls, I'm not that great at fucking reading. And you know what I really suck at is understanding different accents. Like if I go to fast food restaurants and shit, sometimes I know he's saying like what's your order, but I'm like I did not hear that.
Yeah.
What the fuck did you just say? You know, I wish I can get a little better at that. 'Cause
Even
I talk with
hearing,
slang a lot.
even hearing like or seeing videos from the UK tour this weekend, I was watching some of them and I was like, man, like your accent is like I have to concentrate extra hard to understand,
Yep.
and you're still speaking English. Like
Yeah, fuck.
this is not that crazy, but it just like requires another level of concentration. But yeah.
But I do want another beer, so I don't know. You think it's time to cut it? Or are we trying to touch that 2-hour mark?
No, I don't think we
We're
did that
4
anymore.
minutes away. I feel like.
So is that a thing?
Now we just do it.
I don't know. We're already invested at this point.
All
I
right,
know.
fuck it. Kevin, do you like me? Says Mr. Yasman.
Yeah, you seem pretty cool.
Hey, Yaz, you cool, man.
Kind of narking on Andy though a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't fucking narc on Andy.
You know how I
Yaz.
feel about narcs.
I
Who's
feel
fucking
like
narking on me, bro?
I don't know. We ain't
I
gonna
gotta,
tell
I
you.
gotta
'cause we
study
ain't
about these
narking.
ads. I gotta read all these ads. I don't even know anything about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you know so much about them things, man.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
you
Ain't it the big
definitely-
Trojan
yeah,
this one?
You know
Yeah.
plenty
My
about
man,
these ads.
my man, going crazy.
Trojan, Logitech, and
Logitech.
Upstart.
Yup.
Bunch of winners right
Do we
there.
have the condoms here?
Right there.
Yeah, they're right to your right. There it is. On the ground. ground.
Okay, cool.
But you know, don't burn. There's also some under the desk.
Ooh shit.
There's a bunch of used ones down there.
Ew.
This is the dream, guys.
Used
need to go.
condoms under the desk.
I need to go home and pack. Let's
No, just that we got sponsored
Where
by
you going?
Trojan.
let's end the post show. I have to. I'm going back home to Texas.
Oh, it's fucking holiday season.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Holiday
yeah, my brother
season.
fucking abandoned me like an asshole in London. So I'm
fucked
gonna
up,
spend
bro.
Thanksgiving with a couple noodles and my dog.
It's really messed up, dude.
That is
I might
pretty
hit up
fucked up.
Kevin, see what the hell he's doing. Oh God, did not expect that.
Wow.
Did not expect that. Out of all sounds, bro.
You can definitely hit up Carol. I'm sure she'd be able to do something.
All right, my G. We gonna smoke a
Damn.
cigarette and have a conversation, bro.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know what the fuck happened right now.
All right, everybody say bye. Everybody say
Okay,
bye.
bye.
everybody. Take it easy.
Chat gang.
Hit up Carol, dude. I'm sure she. Because I think they're in the same boat. Because the mom's not here. So she's in Peru.
Yeah, 'cause
So if you hit her up, you might start something.
It's weird though, like you, Kevin,
Yeah.
and moms.
Yep.
I mean, you, Kevin, and like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Oh shit! I should have listened to Tim talk.